Welcome to Yerba Talks.
Well, hold on 1 second. There we go. Welcome to another debate review. I am Max, and the cat went outside. I don't know. He has to come back in like 2 hours. It's raining, so it's weird. We have Peter today. Welcome. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Except I'm a little, just tiny bit worried for the cat, but he did this the other day, and he comes back and opens the door and just comes in, so no problem.
Is both indoor and outdoor?
No, I rarely let him go outside, but I had to. I went out kind of like in a rush because it started raining and I had clothes in the hanger, and yeah, he escaped.
Oh.
He can open doors. He jumps and
oh my goodness,
latches onto the door handle and opens the door, and yeah, I didn't realize until it was late. But yeah, shouldn't be long. The other day he did the same thing, so not that worried. Before we do anything, make sure to do the social thing is like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, yes, the corner of your street, and you'll subscribe to Yerba Talks. And Peter Markley also. Someone, if you mind, dropping the link for Peter on YouTube, and he's also on the TikToks. Haven't been doing much stuff lately. What's up with you? Give us a little update on what's going on.
Well, it's mostly boring life stuff where I'm just trying to survive, like, pay the bills and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And also keep my sanity. Flat earthers, aren't great for keeping sanity.
Well, depends on the focus that you get. I mostly laugh at that, so I feel that counteracts, the brain damage. So yeah, I get brain damage from listening to them, and I laugh and I heal it up. So I think it strikes a pretty decent balance there. All right.
Yeah.
So we're covering today this fantastic debate between you, the amazing Dr. Blitz, and obviously you're amazing too, and two messes of people, Hakim and Tacori.
I would gladly yield the title amazing to Dr. Blitz. He definitely outdoes me in that arena.
You're both amazing. I like you both. The different styles, but still just wreck the floors left and right. PhD Tony says people need to be nicer to Matthew. Oh, I fully reject that. But let's see. If we are ever challenged by aliens to an intergalactic stupidity competition, we're going to regret all the nasty things we said about them. I feel you there. I agree. All right.
This debate is definitely a throwback.
Oh, yes. And it has one of my favorite clips that I regularly use. The one with the yarn. That is top 10. It's way up there. So, all right. Without further ado, let's jump right in.
Hey, everybody. Today we're debating.
If you want to pause at any moment to say anything, let me know and we'll pause it. Hello, welcome, all those of you popping in now.
Flat Earth versus Globe Earth, and we are starting right now with the Globe Earth side. Thanks for being with us. Dr. Blitz, the floor is all yours.
Hi, so I'm Blitz, and I'm getting over a cold, so my voice sounds like this. I have a doctorate in mathematical physics. And while Peter is going to address perhaps the most damning and obvious piece of evidence against the flat Earth, the sun, I'm going to take another approach. I'm going to show that believing the flat Earth claim seriously comes at a wickedly high price, one that I don't think anyone here or in the audience should take. So believing the flat Earth is fundamentally anti-scientific, despite what flat earthers will tell you, right? But believing the Earth is flat, but rather by believing that the Earth is flat, you have to believe a series of other increasingly unlikely positions. These are things that directly contradict essentially the entirety of modern physics for the last 300 years. So as a prime example, a flat earther has to discount the existence of mass attracting mass, what we call gravity. And the reason they have to do that is because we all know that if gravity exists, it would pull any sufficiently large mass, like a planar Earth, into a spherical shape. This
yes, it's about a year old. September 21st. Oh, more than a year old, almost 2 years old. September 21st, 2024. So pre-TFE, to give you a time location.
rejection of gravity means a rejection of Einstein's general relativity, of course. And note that this claim is absurd on its face because general relativity can be and has been tested locally on Earth in laboratories. Indeed, even early experiments were able to establish a high degree of agreement between theory and observations. As far back
Jack Ferrer for 999, thank you so much, says, I'm confident we have an extremely strong bench to back up Hakeem. We are not wanting for morons or flirts that have no game. I agree, and that gets you a chirp. Thank you so much, Jack. Not doing open panel today because we have Peter on. I want to focus on, letting him have fun with me. If he has to go at some point, well, then we'll open it up. But yeah, thank you so much, Jack.
Back in 1964, experiments were devised to measure the effects of gravitational redshift as predicted by Einstein, with results agreeing with the model at the 99% accuracy level. Rather, flat earthers will often say something like gravity is electrostatics or its density, which isn't a force, by the way. And while it is true that electromagnetism is stronger than gravity, the claim that electrostatics can account for the forces observed flies in the face of everything we know about electromagnetism, and that's the force that we know the best. Notably, neutral solid metals do not extend outwards electric fields, and they hence don't produce electrostatic forces on other objects. And it's fairly easy to tell when a metal...
Oh, Douglas, if this was almost 2 years ago, Peter looks younger today. Well, nice. What's your secret?
I'm not even sure I see. Also, this is super random, but I might be accidentally wearing the same shirt.
Serendipitous thing. That's funny.
It's electrically neutral. Alternatively, a flat earther might claim that its density, which I should remind everybody is just a number, it's mass divided by volume. They'll say that it explains why objects fall, but they can never account for why, say, two large lead spheres attract each other, nor why a quantity like density should imply any directional motion at all. When they do this, they're disagreeing with Newtonian physics that has been known about for over 300 years, the same physics that all of modern engineering relies on to work. A flat earther also has to reject the rotation of the Earth, as it implies a non-planar shape. Unfortunately, in doing so, a flat earther has to reject the Sagnac effect, which can conclusively determine whether the measuring device is in an inertial reference frame or not. Of course, when one uses a laser gyroscope, say, to...
I understand why Blitz is going this route. The problem is that this is way too much for those two. Like, Matthew Hakim has no idea what the Sagnac effect is or anything, like even relativity, right? And Tacori, he can do a little bit of math, but I don't think he understands any of that.
Yeah, the gulf between the flat earthers' ability to understand and what Dr. Blitz is saying here is just kind of dazzling.
It's a little bit big, yes.
Perform these measurements, the experiment detects a positive result, namely that the interference pattern appears, demonstrating a non-inertial rotating reference frame. Of course, the original results of the Sagnac effect are consistent with both an ether model and special relativity, but neither are consistent with a non-rotating planar Earth. Certainly by rejecting the Sagnac effect, you have to reject special relativity. So to be clear, a flat earther has to reject Newtonian mechanics, special relativity, and general relativity in order to hold their worldview. So the question then is, who cares, right? Well, physics isn't done in a vacuum. It's built on a well-trodden path on the shoulders of giants, if you will. The audience might not know this, but the best scientific model ever produced, is a model in physics called quantum electrodynamics. And this model relies on special relativity, quantum mechanics, and classical electromagnetism, almost all of which a flat earther has to deny. And I can go into the details later, but suffice it to say, this model makes predictions that agree with measurements to roughly 1 part in a trillion. That would be 99.999 with like 10 nines after the decimal point percent. No other scientific theory even comes close to how accurate that model is. So to believe the Earth is flat is to reject special relativity and hence quantum electrodynamics, the single best piece of scientific achievement that humanity has to offer. To believe the Earth is flat is to reject Newtonian mechanics, the fundamental basis of literally all engineering. But, lest I be misunderstood, I'm not claiming with certainty that our understanding of gravity or quantum theory are perfect. Of course they're not. We drive science forward by improving our models and sometimes shifting the paradigm towards new, better understandings of the world around us. But bear in mind, when these paradigm shifts occur, old models are not thrown out and replaced with nothing. Rather, they're
It's almost 2 years ago, September 2024.
replaced by new models that can make even better predictions. And if that was what my opposition presented, this discussion wouldn't be happening on a YouTube channel. It'd be at a conference or in the halls of a university. But that's not what my opposition is going to do. They're going to present no alternative models with quantitative predictions. They're not going to do any statistical analysis, and they're not going to perform any rigorous scientific experiments. Only one of the sides on this argument can claim to have done all of those, and that's my side. So to my opposition and to the audience, is this really a price worth paying? In order to satisfy the belief in an undemonstrated flat Earth, one has to throw out effectively all knowledge of physics we have gained in the last 300 years. This means that bridges stand just by accident, not because Newtonian mechanics effectively describes the nature of force. That nuclear power used to power millions of homes works just by accident, not because of the merging of special relativity and quantum mechanics. That medical particle accelerators, which are used to treat certain kinds of cancer, work just by accident, not because we understand quantum field theory. And that GPS works just by accident, not because we understand general relativity and gravity. In my opinion, it's far more reasonable to accept the position that the Earth is a globe rotating about its axis than it is to accept that all of our understanding of modern physics is false and its applications are just happy accidents. So to my flat Earth friends here, the burden of proof is high and it's on you. Can you reconcile the centuries of experimental evidence demonstrating the existence of gravity and the rotation of the world we live on with a flat Earth? Or do you throw that evidence away in favor of, it looks flat to me?
That is a great prediction because that's exactly what we get from Hakeem later.
Just the thumbs up. Yeah.
Your face during that clip, I don't remember in which part of the debate, but your face during that clip when the needle drops about what he is finally getting around to say is just chef's kiss. Jack Fetter for $4.99. It says, waiting for the all-powerful can't be defeated against super technical flurf. Nah. Oh yeah, we're getting a shit ton of that. Should we do a counter for nah? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Peter, we'll kick it over to you. Thanks for being with us as well. This is the second half of
Harno been a member for 10 months. 2 more months, and that's one way around the sun. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Says, any flurf contributions to science yet? Any day now. Yes, we will get the flurf internet at any. Well, we have flat GPT, but that's stolen. So Blackburn Big Dragon says, every time Dr. Blitz opens his mouth, I learn something. We all know that this is going to be a nah debate from the flurf side. A nah would get huge numbers with Hakeem talking. All right, we'll do that.
the globe Earth opening. Thanks very much, Peter.
All right. Trying to share my screen here. Is this working? You guys see my presentation here?
Crystal clear.
All right. And if I full screen it, do you still see that?
Even better.
All right. Perfect. I will just go then. Nowadays there's a lot of confusion about flat Earth because flat earthers thrive on this confusion. They don't even want to acknowledge it, let alone correct it. So to clarify, I had to.
I remember when you triggered the hell out of Flatzoid with this argument, and he just like completely broke down. It's like, I'm not a robotomist, I'm a biblical, and you explain, and he just like crashed out. It was amazing.
It was like none of his script routines. They have these like little conversation scripts in their brains that are slightly abstracted enough that they can sort of reapply them to different scenarios. And he was like scrambling to find one to apply to the scenario, and he couldn't. And I think that was his confusion or his frustration.
I don't remember where that happened, but that was fantastic.
That was my first appearance on Modern Day Debate.
Oh, nice.
I could give you a link if you want.
No problem. No, I can look it up later. We can maybe do that at some other point in the future. Yes, that was fantastic. Flatzoid doesn't do Flat Earth anymore. He now derps it up all in the Bible, but oh boy. I've watched a little bit.
I can't decide if that's worse or better.
Oh my, I swear to cow, it's absolutely worse. Astrogate says, what a fantastic PowerPoint. You'll see.
Step in and coin a new term, robothomism. Put simply, robothomism is the belief that when the sun sets, it's going away instead of down. This might not seem that important at first, but I promise it is, so I'm going to say it again. I define robothomism roughly as the belief that when the sun sets, it's going away instead of down. You see, while most ancient cultures believed in a flat earth, it turns out they still had eyes and brains. They could plainly see that when the sun sets, it goes below the horizon, so their cosmologies had universal nighttime and universal daytime. Today, we know the sun is always up somewhere. So nowadays, the idea of a flat earth can only exist by adapting. That started with this guy, Samuel Burley Robotham. In his 1865 book, he wrote, "Although the sun is at all times above and parallel to the Earth's surface, he appears to sink below the horizon. This arises from a simple and everywhere visible law of perspective." Robotham's idea here was brand new. And yes, I checked. If you've seen this flat Earth meme, it's pure misinformation.
Oh, yeah.
No ancient culture in history ever believed the sun set by going away instead of down. Just Robotham. Thus, Robotham became the father of flurfspective. Just look at this diagram. To make it work, he had to put a big hill right in front of the observer. And also crop the diagram because these two lines are parallel and will never converge. A flat and level surface that's under your feet cannot block your line of sight to something that's over your head. Even my 6-year-old niece understands that. Sunset is quite literally as plain as day, and modern flat earthers are sunset deniers. I have never met one that isn't. To explain it, they use an absurd variety of rescuing devices. A rescuing device is something that has no positive evidence and
I've stolen that rescuing device. I've said it a couple of times. I'm so sorry.
Well, I stole it from somebody else. I think it was
awesome.
This is because I was like originally a young Earth creationist when I first heard of flat Earth, and I was watching this. These guys called the Creation Guys. They did a documentary about flat Earth, and I heard them use the term. Of course, I think I slightly developed my definition of it. Theirs was a little more rudimentary, but that's where I first heard the term.
I think that's where I got the idea of adapting it and changing it to say, for example, with Oakley, the chant that mantra. It comes from that because that's his rescue device. And so I noticed and I thought like, oh, how can I make it like way more aggressive? Like, oh, okay, chant that mantra. And yeah, that's where that comes from. On the first time, I think I was on FTFE the first time that I first started counting the times that he just says the Earth is measured flat. That's where that comes from, yeah. Savage Zillion says, yo, Max, you're the man. Well, thank you. It's just an optical illusion, though. They should make those. Oh, my. That's so aggressive. Wait, I'm not that aggressive. I just, poke at them, but come on. They should make them pay for oxygen, or or only when they will believe in gravity when their face smashes against the floor. Probably not. Ooh, I'm coming in hot, but I mean, depends. I usually mirror what they give me. So, but no, I wouldn't say charge them for oxygen. That's so mean.
Contradicts claims, previous claims or evidence. I'm sure we'll see some rescuing devices today. But before we do, let's use this moment for some actual science. Through any 2 points, you can draw either a straight line or a curve. To fully disambiguate, you need at least 3 points. The more the merrier. Some examples. Eratosthenes' experiment used 2 points, but measure from a third and flat Earth is shattered. Elevation angles to stars correlate with latitude. 3 or more latitudes will destroy flat Earth. Similar concept here with arc length of longitude from Where's Wally using 1,300 data points. But you need at least 3, which usually requires traveling and or getting help from other people. Robothimism exploits this by isolating you, but you can still get 3 points by varying time instead of location, and that's precisely what I did. Here's a real diagram of how perspective works, not like Robotham's. With simple trigonometry, we see a Robothimist sun would follow an arctangent function through time. I demonstrated this visually by holding a flashlight at my waist and walking straight away from the camera until it was gone. If we overlay frames at a constant interval, we see the distance between images shrinks dramatically, then sits still for a long time before it's gone. But this is not what the sun does, and I took a 3-hour time lapse to prove it. If you're trying to measure the sun's size, exposure is a problem. To show this, I had 2 identical cameras side by side, one with welding glass and one without. But size was not the main thing I was trying to measure. It was position. I used a compass and sextant to get hard numbers, but the footage speaks for itself. When we overlay frames from the time lapse, when we overlay frames like we did with
I love this. And it kind of falls in line with what I've been doing lately, which is showing flat earthers this and watching them cry, which is sunset in Montevideo, Uruguay, going the opposite way. You see that in this footage, it goes left to right. And where I am, it goes right to left. I'm sorry if it's mirrored on the screen. Don't pay attention to my hands. This gets some of the craziest results. Like, but looking north, and I have to start yelling, "You're looking west at the sunset." I won't yell in your ear. I'll be nice.
Maybe they think it's like played in reverse or mirrored or something. If it was facing east, played in reverse, it could work. But then all the people in the video would be walking backwards.
Would be walking backwards, yeah. And you see that it's just a time lapse of people just moving forward.
And as a side note, flat earthers are the only ones to date that I have heard of dishonestly publishing video that way.
Right.
Like reversing or whatever to make it support their argument when it did the opposite.
Yes. And to add insult to injury, we tried to do this in March with IC Spin. Looking at the sunset at the same time, and unfortunately I got screwed by like a heavy cloud shelf. So we're going to try it again in September 22nd in the equinox. We're going to try it again, see if we can get it. But yeah, you can have 2 people looking at the sun at the same time and watching it go different ways. Boston concert for $2. Audio warning. Okay, I have to yell it. You're looking west! Yes, absolutely.
One more side note before we play again.
Yes.
This composite image of the sunset that I measured, I was using this all over the place, obviously. It was my favorite evidence to use, but it was, I think, 4 years between when I first published it and when I finally thought to add the red lines and the arrow saying, fixed spacing versus variable spacing, which I think, obviously this predates that. And I think the only time I debated a flat earther after I thought to add that was King Nico. And the other thought that I'm like kind of getting toward here is just the existential disappointment that I have felt over the years in the level that flat earthers have engaged with anything, you know, because that's one of the delights of like having a good faith, honest discourse over disagreement is when you learn how your opponent like thinks and how they perceive the arguments you're offering, and you can use that information to refine the argument. They engaged with this at such a low level that it took me 4 years to realize they couldn't notice the spacing.
Right.
It's like they were so caught up on the size or the brightness or the like what are we looking at? If there's half the screen is black, what's going on? It's like I never could figure out that they were their confusion was just so horrible that it stunted that process, is what I'm getting at. That process of iterating based on your opponent's like thoughtful critique or rebuttals or whatever, like
right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. From what I remember from this debate, Matthew Hakim's rebuttal, which he kept going back and back and back, was that the sun looks like it's moving in a curved path. And that was it. And he oh, that's proof flat Earth. It's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
With the flash light, it's completely different. The distance between images stays the same the whole time. It just goes plops straight down into the horizon below eye level. Now pair that with the principle of time zones. UTC is 4 hours ahead of me, should be 5, but for daylight savings time. We all agree, I hope, that if I had done this experiment, this exact experiment, 800 miles east, it would have given identical results but an hour earlier. That means that at all times, for someone somewhere on Earth, the sun is currently going below their eye level. It cannot be both above and below a flat Earth at the same time. The only answer is that eye level is relative, changing by 1 degree every 69 miles. As assuredly as 1 + 1 = 2, sunset plus time zone equals globe. So Tacori and Matthew, my challenge to you is simple. I measured the sunset, and if you disagree, then explain where I went wrong. Show the math, show the missing factor, show a scientific theory, not a rescuing device, that explains my evidence. Thank you.
Thank you very much for
solely opening to the point, and yeah, one topic, right? Nice, because I mean you can't. In general, I think up to like 3 is good because it gives you time to talk about all of those.
I gave Flatzoid 3 and he addressed none of them, so I learned my lesson.
All right, now the good part starts.
For that opening, we're going to kick it over to the flat side. Thank you very much for that opening as well. We're going to kick it over to the flat Earth side as well for their opening statements. But do want to say, folks, if it's your first time here at Modern Day Debate, I'm your host, Dr. James Coons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we have many more upcoming debates. You don't want to miss out on those. Hit subscribe right now. We're going to kick it over to Matthew and Tacori. Thanks for being with us. The floor is all yours for your opening for the flat Earth position.
Okay, you want to go first, Tacori?
You could go first.
Okay, thank you very much.
I love them passing it back and forth like a hot potato.
No.
I always want to give thanks to the creator of heaven and earth at the beginning of every one of these, and to the Messiah. And I want to thank James.
Performative spirituality.
Yes. I mean, we all know that Jesus would punch Matthew Hakim right in his mouth.
Debate for having me here, and it's cool to finally meet you. And I feel like this is a high quality debate platform. I do not think this is an inferior place to debate whether the earth is a globe or flat. So we could talk about that. But what I want to get to is I have a video. I asked Tacori to play a video of mine because I'm on my cell phone right now and I can't go back and forth on it. So
high level debating, yeah, from his phone. And Arnold yells, "Get on with it, dickhead!" Arnold loves to yell like me.
what Globers always say in their during the debates, they always say, "Oh, the flat earthers didn't bring any evidence," which it's always not true. But I wanted to bring some definitive evidence of the flat earth to show you, okay? So Tacori, could you please what I would like to do, James, could you put Tacori's screen up, please? So he could put a video for me?
I got you.
You got it. Ready for you, Tacori. Folks, while we're waiting, if you haven't yet, please do hit that like button. We appreciate all your support, including those likes. It means a lot to me personally as well. Tacori, we're ready for you.
Yeah, so the story behind this, I went up to the hills of Fullerton.
Got it?
And you got it? Yeah, I'd say just play it whenever it's ready to go.
It's
yeah, and I
almost
record.
ready. It's still loading. And then just a friendly reminder that we can't play audio from other channels. We can play video, but
the other
it just
one.
has to
Yeah,
not
the
have
other
the
one.
audio.
That's one of my demonstration videos. But could you play the one Southern California is flat?
We'll give Tacori a chance to find that video called Southern California is Flat. In the meantime, I want to say thanks so much for your likes. Just saw a big boost in the likes. Appreciate you guys watching live. Thanks for that. Or if you're watching later.
Okay, that's the same one of my demonstration of a 90-degree sunrise on a flat Earth. That's a different issue we could talk about, but the opposition didn't bring it up. Maybe we could bring it up later, but in that one, I do demonstrate that a 90-degree sunrise on the equinox is possible for a multitude of people along one longitude line. But the other one I wanted
in the equator. But just in the equator, what the fuck is he on about?
to share is that video number 2.
Just so we're on the same page, no video has played yet, but I think you know that.
Oh, it didn't work.
I love the little disclosure there. Right on the PowerPoint. It's the disclosure that you get on the YouTube videos. Flat Earth is an archaic, scientifically disproven conception of the yada yada.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, well, if there's a technical difficulty with it, anybody in the audience can go to my YouTube page, which should be linked in the description. And I have a video called Southern California is Flat. And I do a panoramic video left to right showing that there is no curvature visible. I appreciate it, Tacori, but if it's not going to work, it's cool, man.
I mean, he would just have to click the other slide, which he hasn't even tried, but okay.
We could just click out of that if it's not going to work. I really appreciate that. And so because it's not working, guys, just go take a look at my YouTube page. It's my most recent video. It's a panoramic.
Hey, you can't see it?
No,
I'm looking at it. It's just that I don't know if it's meant to be like this. It's that it plays so slowly. I don't know.
I got some other stuff. I got my presentations up. That's why.
Okay, hey, you could just click out. I'll just do a little bit of my.
You want me to go to the other video?
Yeah, please go to the other video. Go to the one called Southern California is Flat so that people could see it. But if it doesn't work, the people in the audience could just go to my YouTube page. It's right there. It's a panoramic video of Southern California from up in the hills. It shows that it is flat. I watched it on my big screen TV at home, and I used a piece of yarn. I paused it.
Your face.
And I put a piece of yarn along
eyebrows
along
raising.
the TV. It's perfectly flat. So that's evidence.
Dude, I swear I laughed so hard when he said that when I was watching this. Oh my god. I
was still not prepared for how dumb his evidence actually was.
That's evidence right there. I put a piece of yarn against my flat TV. It's flat. Say no measurement, no nothing. That's all you need. And somehow it continues to go downhill from there.
Yes.
It's always amazing. That is just fantastic.
Right there. Okay. So, and then what Globers
I honestly don't know how Blitz did it to keep, a composure in his face, because I would have just lost
Probably just the small amount of misery he was experiencing from being sick.
told me, my really good friend Craig, provide the flat Earth. He told me there should be 8 inches per mile square.
Oh my God!
On this Earth, and
definitely
so,
did not tell him
when
that.
I went up to the hills, I took my camera and did a panoramic view.
Oh, Matthew. I've shown this so many times before, but if a flat earther ever brings this up, just show them this. And the problem is that it diverges pretty quickly from the actual curvature of the Earth. So we're at 400 miles and it's off. So it is a good reference for, I don't know, I think up to 150, if I'm not mistaken.
It also doesn't work for any altitude above sea level.
And yeah, it's a drop from a point along the curve that is right on the surface. So yeah, it has many problems. But the other thing, Matthew, is that somehow whenever I zoom in, it's like, oh, this thing, which I know it's a freaking circle, why is it like perfectly flat along this?
Oh, better hold up a piece of yarn.
Yes, if you don't bring out the measuring yarn, that's a circle. And I know it's a circle because you can see the formulas right there on the left. It's there.
You can tell from the way he said, like, my good friend FTFE told me that 8 inches per mile squared. Like, the way he said that, you can tell that it doesn't matter how stupid he is. He knows he's being dishonest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I agree.
They're the package deal.
The results of this experiment of determining if there was curvature on the Earth, the result was that there was no curvature on the Earth, which was very fascinating. So I encourage the viewers to go look at my YouTube page, which should be linked in the description, I think, and just see it for yourself. It's called Southern California is Flat. And then so what the idea...
I got to ask Matthew Hakim how high he was when he recorded a video. He has no clue. He just climbed up a little hill and says like, you see, it's flat. And he's like, well, you wouldn't expect to see curvature from that altitude. And I asked him, no idea.
You have to juxtapose these two cosmological models, the heliocentric model and the geocentric model. You have to take these two competing ideas and compare them with observable reality. Now, what we find is that flat Earth is based on observable reality, and globe Earth is a theory based on a theory, which requires a theory, which requires another theory.
It's theories all the way down. Let's go. What a lovely argument. What a lovely chain of tautologies, I would call it. Awesome. At least he's inventive in some of the dumb stuff that he says. But also, Matthew has been running away from debating me for the longest time. I think I don't even keep a counter for it because it's been so long.
I think around this same time I saw him debating FTFE, and he was saying that because Craig said that Polaris was above the plane of the solar system, and this was new information to Matthew Hakim. So he was saying
yes,
that it was like new information, period, and that it was somehow contradicting earlier globe claims. And I was just like yelling at the TV. I'm just...
Yes. I remember that, and FTFE showed it because he was asking how can it be that we always see Polaris in the same place, and FTFE showed him, I think with like a Space Engine or Stellarium or something like that, and he showed, and he was like, nah, you wouldn't see that. And he's like, well, dude, we modeled it. You clearly see it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. What a gift, Matthew Hakim.
And it has gotten so bad. How bad is it at this point? Dark gravity, dark matter, dark curve.
That gravity. Okay.
I just mirrored myself face palming, didn't I?
Yeah. Yes, you had the exact same reaction as Fast Peter. That is amazing.
Dark gravity.
The other day, I was reviewing a conversation I had with Witsit, and before past me spoke, I paused, said something, and then clicked play again, and my past self said the same thing. Because, I mean, yeah, they provoked the same reaction. That's amazing.
Sure, right? And it's very interesting to kind of. I want to conclude my introduction. James, how much more time do I have left? Maybe like less than a minute, 30 seconds?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I just want to say perspective plays a huge role in how we perceive celestial phenomenon. That's the final part of my introduction. I want to say that our personal dome of observation modulates how we observe celestial phenomenon. So we're going to get into all that. I appreciate you guys.
Remember that we did the video of us reading his pamphlet. That video is gone. But yeah, we reviewed with you Matthew Hakim's pamphlet, Reinterpreting Celestial Phenomena. Lovely. Had a lot of fun with that one.
Thank you very much. And that's it.
You got it. We'll kick it over to Tacori. Thanks for being with us, Tacori. The floor is all yours for your 6 minutes as well.
Hey, I'm gonna show your video on my presentation if that's okay.
You got it.
All right. Okay, my name is Tacori Dawson. I've been here before. I debated the brother MC Toon, Michael Toon, on whether gravity exists. Okay, so now the topic of the debate is flat Earth versus globe Earth. My opponents, my bad. My opponents, they made a lot of claims, but they did not use no type of science. And we know that the definition of science is the systematic studying and a structure of our reality using scientific methods, using observations, repeated tests that can be repeated over and over again. These things that they have not done. So we're going to use observable facts. We're going to use mathematics. We're going to use angular perspective and calculate distance. All of these things that actually prove that the Earth is indeed flat, and that not only is the Earth not a sphere, but that the Earth is not in motion. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to get to my presentation. Okay, so now, one of the things that we know, hold on. Y'all see my screen?
It's still loading, so it's still on a black screen, but I think it'll be here in just a few more moments, ready for you. It's showing now.
Okay, so now, these are different observable aspects of the sun. And as you can actually pay attention, if the Earth was curved, or if there was curvature that was detected, that means we shouldn't even be able to see that whole mountain. That means that due to our perspective, everything is called vanishing points and converging points. Everything converges to the center because our eyes are spherical. It's not the fact that the Earth is...
I love when they say that. It's like I'm watching a straight edge, the straight edge of my laptop. Like it doesn't bend anything. Like what the hell is that argument?
Because I love
our
how
eyes are
the
spherical.
Size of the sun behind that mountain looks like it should be carving trenches through the earth.
Yeah.
if it were a local sun.
It's in the clouds. That's and also if he continue, there's a reason why he stopped it there, because the sun keeps going down for some reason and not moving away. Jack Fetter says, I didn't think this could get any worse. Sadly, I was wrong.
Sphere, but our eyes are spherical, so it converges at a center point, and then it disappears. If the Earth was a curve, then you should actually be able to see that. You shouldn't even be able to see none of that mountain because it will actually be curved down. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one right here. Distance. Here's the distance of 167-mile distance. The observer height is 906 feet. Target hidden. Yeah, target hidden. My bad, target hidden.
Why flirs don't realize that? Why is it that all of these long range, like record breaking shots and things that happen every once in a while, why is it that they always happen at sunrise or sunset? Right? It's like, oh, gee, I wonder why. And I don't know if Tacori uses this one, but when they bring up the record breaking, which is the peak Finistrels from the Alps, if you go to the blog of the photographers themselves, they tell you that it was due to refraction, and they also show you like a little sequence of like before and after they took the record picture, how things looked, and they only see that for a split second. Hello, Hackerman, and Boston Concert for $2. Thank you so much. Says, was that an AI chirp? It sounded kind of fake. No. Jack Fetter is an amazing person, and he actually recorded the chirp directly from the alarm so that I can play with it whenever I miss the chirp. Dude, it sounds perfect.
Target hit.
The other day, Jack was in the chat, and I played it, and he was like, oh, damn, for a second, my brain had an aneurysm because I thought I'm not at the house that chirps. I'm at another house, and that came out so clearly.
Let me go down. Let me scroll.
And then just because it's cutting off the text on the bottom of the screen, it isn't full screen. You don't have to go full screen, but just so you know that we can only see.
Target hidden is 11,291 feet. Elevation of Monte Viso is 12,602 feet, meaning that there's over hundreds of miles of curvature that is actually missing. So they're going to have to deal with that. Since they're talking about science and talking about observable facts, they're going to have to explain where's the other missing 100 miles of curvature. Hey, so let's continue. Here's another one. Distance, 68 miles. This is taking 68 miles. Observed for height, 820 feet. Target hidden height, 11,781 feet. Elevation of Monte Viso, 12,602 feet, which is another 100 and something miles actually destroyed or actually missing from this curvature Earth. So that actually lets you know right there that y'all curvature calculations are off and that y'all curvature calculations are actually flawed. Now, there was an event that happened in 1963 with the Hyper X-15 hyperbolic jet. It actually flew at 67 miles up in the air. Now, this is from NASA. This is from y'all site. This is from y'all teachers that y'all love so much. Now, by the end of 1961, the X-15 has achieved the design of Mach 6, has achieved the access of 200,000 feet. Let me see if I can move this to the side real quick. Okay, 200,000 feet. In 1963 of August 22nd, Walker achieves the altitude record of pilot taking the X-15 of 354,000 feet or 67 miles up in the air. This was from Captain William J. Peet, who set a world record of the speed of 4,250 miles per hour, which is Mach 6. This is very important because on the globe, that is 25,000 feet. That is 25,000 feet in circumference at 67 miles up in the air. 67 miles to 25,000 feet is over one fraction of 371 degrees, or one fraction of 371. So which means that out of one, if you take a circle and cut it into 371 parts, which is very possible, that one out of 371 parts would be small. And your
What the fuck is he talking about?
Over one fraction of 371 or something like that. Is that what he said?
Yeah, but like you have the circle of the earth and you're above it. Why are you dividing the earth? Like that makes no freaking sense. And I'm reading the last paragraph here. It says, in March 1962, committee approved an X-15 follow-up program, a series of flights in which vehicle was converted into a test bed for use in a variety of scientific observations and technological development projects. These flights produced a wealth of scientific information, such in areas such as space science, solar spectrum measurements, micrometeorite research, ultraviolet stellar photography, astrometry density measurements, high altitude mapping. Like all of that debunks flat Earth. He didn't even read. That's adorable.
perspective will actually see the plane actually very small from above the earth, which means due to their angular perspective, and if you actually calculate angular distance with the angular A or the angle A, which is 67 miles, that would give angle C or the hypotenuse a distance of a visual perspective distance of 67 miles. I mean 87 miles, my bad. And as you can see right here, here's a picture of the event right here. And they were 67 miles up in the air, and they was actually able to see the horizon, not only eye level, but it was also still flat. Now, here's the actual perspective chart right here. You got one feet, which is 0.30 meters or 1.31 miles, or
1 minute left.
2.09 kilometers per distance. 1 mile up in the air would give you 96.1 miles in perspective. So every time you rise up 1 mile off the ground, you will have a perspective visual of
let's not bring other stuff. We're talking about this today.
96.1. So when you multiply 96.1 times 67 miles, which is how high the plane was during the hyperbolic project in 1963, that means that this photo right here that they seen, this horizon would be 6,448.8 miles, meaning that according to the globe earthers, they're saying that this person right here, if this person was flying up above the North Pole, he would be this right here would actually be the equator. But that ain't actually true, because if you rise up above the North Pole, it's 67 miles up in the air. What'd you say?
30 seconds left.
Oh, my bad. 67 miles up in the air, you are actually, the angular perspective, if you calculate the perspective, will actually be 87 miles, which is meaning that there are over 6,380 something miles of curvature that is actually missing. So they're going to have to actually explain that. I'm done.
Oh, boy. Calder says, this dude had Bro Sanchez vibes. I don't know. Slow Sanchez doesn't talk that much about numbers. But the problem with the argument is that I don't think he knows at what point during the flight they took this picture. Because, like, for example, from the maximum height that this thing said was like 200... 200,000 feet, and then went to 354,000 feet. But for example, if you look at the Kip video, at 200,000 feet, you see way more than where's the text? I don't remember exactly where it was, but it's on like the thumbnail. The thumbnail is like dead on at 200. Don't play. Don't autoplay. God damn. Damn you. Let's compare to that. I think this one is probably closer than the maximum height of the thing. So that
I'm not at the
invalidates.
top of my debunking game. I have to confess, I did not pay enough attention to follow the argument Tacori was
Well,
trying
I
to
mean,
get.
when he started just yapping numbers rather than, showing, and he shows you a table with the height in feet, and like this makes no freaking sense.
Yeah.
What is this though? Like height in feet, height in mile distance, kilometers. Is it like the distance to the horizon? I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of unclear.
Every time you rise up, I had sold my bad.
Debate, if you haven't yet, hit that.
Holy hand grenade says it's a flat earth debate. I don't think you need to pay attention. James, you're muted.
I've been muted this entire time. Sorry about that.
Yes.
A little bit rusty. But
I
honestly,
didn't make
folks,
it.
thanks for being with us.
I didn't make it to get the crickets. Fuck, where did I leave the crickets?
Your voice traveled backward through time to
Yes. Retro causality.
We're gonna have a Q&A. So if you happen to have a question, submit your question in the old live chat. You can tag me with @ModernDayDebate. Otherwise, push your question to the top of the list by using a super chat. With that, gentlemen, thank you very much. The floor is all yours.
Who wants to start?
Well, one thing that stuck out to me was Tacori saying that we didn't present actual science, and I beg your pardon, Tacori, but what do you call what I showed? The experiment I literally did myself. I could show it on screen again if it would help.
And I can cite my sources for all of the claims that I made. I have citations in my.
Yeah, like Blitz is literally a scientist. Like, come on, this is hard copium. Unrefined, pure.
Notes if you want them. Of like the actual peer-reviewed experiments that were conducted with data analysis and statistical models and things like that.
Well, I got some ideas about what you showed in the presentation. The path of the sun was curved.
I remember correctly.
In the presentation, we saw that actually had some type of material to work with rather than just opinions. It showed the path of the sun was curved in the sky. What are the implications of that?
The fact that it was not the equinox.
So the path of the sun in the sky is curved only
Yes.
on the equinox?
Probing time. They're letting me escape this bloody hospital in about an hour. Yes, let's go. I'm glad you're recovering nicely. Awesome. That's awesome.
No, only on the equinox is it following an orthodrome. It was a
Okay,
small
so-
circle around the celestial sphere that time because it was not the equinox, which means it's going to look curved.
So do you agree or disagree that the path of the sun in the sky is curved?
If by curved you mean not an orthodrome, then yes, I agree, since it was not the
Oh. I mean, do you think Matthew knows what ortho? Oh. I was I was fucking correct. Jack Petter for 199 sends us this link, and this is Colorado River Valley from the X-15 at 210,000 feet. I was correct. What Tacori was showing was before, like at a lower altitude. Thank you, Jack. That's amazing. For that, you get a chirp. And also we have Arwen that says, I am the citation. So let's get that out of the way.
The only real thing I caught of Tacori's argument was that, like, if I understood correctly, at the altitude that he thought the plane was at, he said if they were over the North Pole, then the horizon would be the equator. Meaning he thinks that the horizon has a 90-degree latitude separation between, like, from the observer at whatever altitude the plane's at, which, considering that that's the like infinite limit of, like, if you as you move more distantly from a sphere, the infinite limit is a 90-degree separation, then there is no freaking way that that's a correct calculation.
Mm-hmm. And then also,
zero.
like, the plane would have to be, you would have to be looking straight down at the Earth, right at the North Pole, looking straight down to see, like, the whole half sphere. I guess that's what he was trying to say.
But you'd have to be at essentially an infinite altitude.
Yeah.
There's no way that was a correct formulation of the plane's, like, horizon distance. He must have screwed up his math somehow.
Yeah.
If
probably
I understood his claim.
Probably because he was looking at a table and wasn't, like, doing the formulas. Let me get this out of the way.
When you say that, yeah, I am the citation. Get the fuck out of here, dipshit.
Thank you, Arwen.
He has spoken.
Oh, yeah.
Equinox, it was curved, yes.
Okay, so you just lost this debate.
Hold on. I have something for this.
Fatality.
That's it. You're done. You are done,
goodness.
Peter.
The thing is, like, at this point, I was already, like, obviously very familiar with how you have to play lawyer with the flat earthers, because that's what they're going to do, is try to play word games. And so I was extremely careful with my words. I won the game, and he, like, claimed victory anyway.
Obviously.
Like, I did not trip up my words. I did not even say something that could possibly be construed as something yielding ground, and yet he claimed victory anyway because he didn't understand the anything about what I said.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. Well, Demok has Matthew Hakim's back.
Sun's not going down, down, down.
The sun doesn't go down,
down.
Yes. Thank you, Demok.
Just lost the debate.
Just sheer
Try not to
weaponized
play
ignorance.
referee.
I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying it's sheer weaponized ignorance.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Your own debate,
The
bud.
sun, no, let me explain it. Because you just agreed that the sun makes a circular path in the sky. Thank you
It's
for
a circle
playing.
around the celestial
Thank
sphere, not
you
around the
for
North
playing.
Pole.
Modern day debate is where debaters come to die. So thank you for playing, Peter.
Okay, grow
Matthew.
up. Grow up. Come
Matt.
back to the debate here, and not.
Okay,
and
I
step-
just,
To be fair,
you asked,
hold on,
you
let's-
asked,
To be
you
fair,
asked.
Oh, my God. Matthew, do you need a giant sugar cube for that high horse of yours? Holy shit, dude. Like, this is claiming
He needs
victory. Like,
An
at
emotional
the start.
diaper.
Yes. Like, you have those, you mentioned the rescue devices. Matthew has a security blanket, and he's stroking that security blanket.
About
If-
the experiment, and I gave you my opinion.
if there is a light bulb on the ceiling and you move in a circle underneath it, it will also look like it's moving in a circle. That doesn't mean that the light bulb is actually moving in a circle, right?
That would mean my perspective would be changing as I move across the flat surface of my floor with my perspective focused on where that light is.
The point I'm making is that the apparent motion of something doesn't necessarily indicate the absolute motion of that thing, right?
But your teammate just agreed that the sun has a circular path through the sky, which indicates that the sun is moving, not the earth.
No, it doesn't.
No, it just means that that's what it appears to be doing. Like you can
And you know-
draw a picture on it.
Yes.
The argument that Matthew Hakim made here does not even rise to the level of a rescuing device. It's what I
No.
call a victory seizure.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Tell me more.
Just when they latch onto some infinitesimal part of what you said and just equate that with victory, just skipping all logic.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Yes, they think that they yeah, that's I've seen that happen many times. Jim Daniels for $2 says Matthew needs to step away from the pipe. I don't know what pipe, but all of the ones that I imagine are hilarious. Thank you, Jim. Hugaman says MDDs where debaters come to life feels like an insult to the channel. Well, I mean, Matthew Hakim just fatality Peter with one sentence. If you are Matthew Hakim, like he thinks that he already won the debate. So yeah, and then we have examples like Nadir claiming that he's the king of modern day debate and the only apologist that exists in the world. Like, yeah, we have some very delusional people that go to debate on MDD.
I keep thinking of this thing in relation to Matthew Hakim here. I don't know if anybody ever played like the original Raymond Raving Rabbids game. Like not all, it's become this huge franchise now, but like the very first game,
no,
there was a mini game where it started with a cutscene where one rabbit just like took a baseball bat and smashed another in the head, and then it zoomed into the brain of the one that was smacked, and you could see the synapses like moving in slow motion, and there was like random Christmas music playing, and like just. That's kind of how I envision Matthew Hakim's brain here. He's just filled with like this comfortable, blissful ignorance. And his awareness of what's going on around him is just so dull and muffled. And he's like that raving rabbit.
Okay. The image that brings me is when Homer has the little monkey with the cymbals just playing them in his mouth.
Yes.
And like the extra, and he's like, dang, dang, dang. One of our informants tells me that while they're watching the stream, they're getting political ads in the middle of the video. I'm so sorry. Use ad block. There's nothing I can do about that. Right, let's go back to this. I need to step to the toilet for a moment, so I'll let this play. Yeah, keep an eye on the counter for me. I've been dinging him every time he speaks, pretty much, because I mean, crying victory is a form of
sheet of paper, and it'll look like a circular path in some sense. That doesn't mean that it's actually moving.
Did you just say if I draw a circle it will look like a circle? Did you just tell me that?
No, I think you misunderstood. Regardless, the point is the appearance of something. Regardless, certainly you understand that when you are moving relative to something, it can appear as if other things are moving relative to you. Right?
Yeah, but
that's classical Galilean relativity.
But there will be other factors involved that you could determine whether or not something was moving or not.
How can you do that?
Like you want me to explain to you how you could determine if the Earth was moving or if the sun was moving?
Yeah.
Well, we could do something very simple. Anything like you could notice that the Earth is not moving. You could use your God-given senses, go outside.
From ignorance fallacy.
You want me to
tell you how we know that the Earth is not moving?
Please.
Okay, so have y'all heard of meridians?
Yes. Sure, those are the. I never remember longitudes, latitudes. Yeah, longitudes. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so now there's a flight path that took 5 hours and 59 minutes to get to, all the way from I think Russia all the way to Africa. It's on the Meridian line. It took 5 hours and 59 minutes to get to. Now, mind you, that your Earth is turning at 1,000 miles an hour. It's like, yeah, it's 5 hours and 59 minutes. The Earth is supposed to be turning at 1,000 miles an hour to the east, right? Okay, so since it's turning at 1,000 miles an hour to the east, and it would take on that meridian line 5 hours and 59 minutes. That means that if you actually do cross proportion and cross multiplications, you will actually find that by the time you get to that location or where that location supposedly be, that area would have been turned 5,700 miles all the way to the east. So can you explain to me how can you explain to me how could you get to your location in that particular location that is confirmed to take 5 hours and 59 minutes to get to if your Earth is spinning?
Are you forgetting that the airplane is moving relative to the Earth, not relative to some fixed point in space?
It can't be moving relative to the Earth because it's not on the Earth. So it's moving at its own speed.
The air is attached to the Earth gravitationally.
Oh my, I forgot to turn on the speaker so I could hear from the bathroom. Any dings you would like to give them?
I forgot to keep track, but I'm sure Matthew earned one. I don't know. Maybe chat could provide the number.
No problem. We'll just dig him a whole bunch for the heck of it. I mean, the counter is not an exact science.
Fair.
It's moving through the air, which is bound to the Earth.
Yeah, hold on. That's where you
Additionally, just because the plane leaves the ground doesn't mean that the plane magically loses all of its momentum that it had while it was resting on the ground.
So hold on, wait a minute. Are you telling me?
Oh, I wanted to remind you. I don't know if it was before or after, but did you know that Matthew Hakim, and we covered it not too long ago, in a debate with PhD Tony, Matthew Hakim claims he debunked the plate tectonics existing. I mean, that's the level of dumbassery that we're handling. And then we also have... where is Hakim? This.
Viscoelastic deformation?
Tony was talking about a concept, viscoelastic deformation, and how we can know some stuff, right? I don't remember the exact details. And like Matthew tried to repeat the word, and that's what we got.
What was it again?
I got you. One sec.
Viscoelastic deformation?
He got every syllable wrong. That's impressive.
That is, if you try to do that on purpose, it doesn't work. We have Professor Phil Bell in the chat. Phil, not sure if you are aware of this by now, but Matt from Whatcast has been trying to reach you to bring you on to do some TikTok flirt fishing. So if you can find him on Discord as Whatcast. So,
that is a dirty pond to fish in.
Oh yeah, I've been hanging out with him on TikTok, and oh boy, that is a whole other level of flirfism. There was one that came on and just started, chanting the different mantras, water level, and all of the things that in a quick succession, and wouldn't engage with, wouldn't let anyone else speak. Repeated himself like 10 times, and then just left.
I'm pretty sure, like, I've spent a little bit of time in the past, just sort of hanging out on Flat Earth lives on TikTok. And they just kind of sit around like doing drugs that don't contribute to, rational cognition. And then they try to, perform rational cognition.
Well, look, I understand from where you might, your point of view might be coming from. But that being said, I smoked weed all day, every day for 20 years since I turned like 14, 15, and I couldn't even come close to the Flat Earth. So I don't think it's the drugs.
Oh, okay. I said corrected.
Are you trying to tell me that the air can blow an airplane to right where it want to go to?
It's not blowing.
Oh my God. Oh my God! Hold on, that was so dumb that I need to do. Oh. I'm not on point with the speed on the clips. I'm so sorry. I need to do
Anyways,
that.
oh my cat.
Even Mikey agrees. Tacori, that was hilarious.
Did Mikey pick that up from you?
Yes. He
Oh.
was actually reading one of my comments in the chat before I got banned by his snowflake mods.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on. So wait a minute. Let me get some
Nice.
Do
straight.
you not
Because I
understand
want
relative
to.
motion?
And when I get from work, I wish the wind can blow me directly to my job. So you
Do
telling
you
me
not
that a
understand
plane
relative motion?
can get blown by wind?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
This
doesn't
precise
understand
location
relative
at that
motion.
That's
precise
fine.
time?
Galilean relativity is hard, and I understand that. Look, do you think that the air? Do you think that on our model, the Earth is rotating at 1,000 miles at once per day, and then the air is not moving at all? Is that what you think is happening on our model?
Hey, what
Actually-
happens? Oh, I'm sorry. To go for Tacori,
Actually, if you want to talk about the air,
I'm asking
well,
what
do
you
you
think
know
happens
how
on our
much-
model.
oh my bad.
Because
Go
otherwise
ahead.
you're just straw man. Otherwise you're straw manning, right? On our model, you have the ground, the Earth, the globe, which is spinning once per day. At the equator, that's around 1,000 miles an hour. And the air.
What are they laughing at? Matthew, the nervous laughter is not helping your case whatsoever. Holy cow.
Moves with the ground.
Oh my
It's due to
God!
something
No.
called the there's a word for
Yo!
it. It's an interface effect, I think. I think that's what it's called. But essentially the ground provides friction for the air and drags it along.
Okay.
That's how it works on our model. So if you're going to propose something else, it's a straw man.
May I
on.
explain?
Wait
may
a
I
minute.
explain something really quick?
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, the reason we know that the Earth is not moving and airflow proves this is because wind can go in multiple different directions at multiple different speeds, indicating that it is not the Earth spinning.
Relative to the ground,
if the
right?
Earth
That is not it.
Whatever Blitz was saying is just gone.
Yeah.
Totally gone from Matthew's head. Blitz might as well have never spoke.
Yeah. But Matthew, it's just like on a blender. You turn on the blender and the friction makes the inside and the outside, like the blades make a portion of the liquid inside the blender spin, and the friction makes the rest of, because the blades, they don't move the whole thing. The blades are just at the bottom. Like, this is absolutely delightful. Dirt for being a member for 5 months. Thank you so much. That's almost halfway around the sun, says the top left laugh. Well, Matthew Hakim, he's not worthy enough of top left, I think. That's the conundrum with Hakim. I don't think he should be rewarded even in his top leftness. You know, that's a problem.
Earth was spinning, there would be some type of observation that we could see, like trees would be blowing. For example, people
That's
could jump
nonsense.
up.
Oh my God! What? What do you mean trees will be blowing? The trees are planted in the earth and they move. They move with the earth. Holy cow! Oh my! Matthew, when you are on a merry-go-round that goes, by the way, much faster than the earth, the merry-go-round does a bunch of turns in a couple of minutes. You don't lean like up. You don't lean like that. That's so crazy.
That's complete nonsense.
No, that's
miles
actually
away.
facts.
No, that's nonsense.
I'll give you that one. Give me 1 sec.
Look at Dr. Blitz just wincing.
Yes. Yeah, we got a smile from him. Let's go. Keep his straight face. I love that. Tay says, we would see trees blowing if the earth was moving. Dumbest comment of the debate. I agree. Let's go. Wait. Where is it? Damn it. Where is it? I don't know why I reorganized this shit and now I can't find anything. Damn me. I swear it's going to be worth it.
That's the dumbest comment of the debate. You said it with a smile like it sounded so great. Round and round you talk, but you don't say straight. That's the dumbest comment of the debate.
Woo!
And that's one of the best things that AI is good for.
Yes. I'm in principle kind of opposed to AI music, but for like a 30-second jingle like that, for like a joke, I think it's fine.
I'm gonna tell you how it's facts. Because check this out. The faster, listen, the faster object, watch this. The faster object moves, the more wind it'll be able to produce. The more mass an object have, the more wind it will be able to produce. So let's say
he's thinking of a train going by in the atmosphere and moving the air, dragging the air. Why, Tacori, why do you think that when the train passes you by, it creates a wind behind it? It's because it's going through the air and it's dragging the air, which makes it move, right?
He pushes his way into a moment of silence where he can speak and says, "Watch this," as though he's about to like say something so intelligent and profound. And that's what we get. The self-awareness is just, oh my gosh.
There's a comment here that addresses that exactly. It says, my favorite part is when Tacori says, "Watch this," and doesn't show anything. This comment right here.
Say for instance, if you got a fan, you turn that fan on at level 1, that fan ain't gonna hardly blow any air. But if you turn that fan on to level 3, it's gonna blow a heck of a lot of air. So
This
it's
is
due
just-
to the fact that that fan is moving faster than it was at level 1, which is producing all of that air.
To be clear,
So
you're currently trying to tell us what we think our model is. But
no, I'm telling you what reality is.
So you think reality is a globe. I'm glad you
I'm telling
agree.
you what reality is.
I'm glad you agree reality is a
tells
globe.
you that
About
the Earth,
60
which
seconds.
is, I'm telling you that reality tells us that if an airplane can produce so much wind due to the speed that it's moving, that it can yank somebody out of their airplane that's not in a seatbelt and yank them into the sky and kill them.
Oh my God, that's because of depressurization. What the hell are you talking about? Oh boy. I don't have that audio clip, but yeah, reality tells us it doesn't have lips.
And that's an airplane. Then what make you think that wind force wouldn't tear anything up from an Earth that's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour? And that's like
all right.
6.
Let's give Dr.
that's
Blitz and Peter a chance to respond.
Okay, I was trying to get to.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the paint. I tried to explain this to a flat earther the other day, and all I got was a crash out. So let's imagine this. And this is a known thing, right? This is not controversial. So let's say we have a bike wheel, right? Let me just do that. Excuse my atrocious drawing skills. So we have a bike wheel. When we consider speed is distance over time, right? So this, let me do this in red. This part is doing a smaller distance than the outside of the wheel in one turn. So even on a bicycle, car, motorbike, whatever wheel you have, it happens that this, when you do the velocity, like the tangential velocity calculation, because the distance, this distance is smaller than this distance, it gives you a lower speed. And they don't understand that. And it's not a problem because it happens with anything that is rotating, that the tangential speed at any point is different depending on the distance to like the center, right? It's not a big problem. Holy cow. They don't get it.
Honestly, saying I tried to explain this to a flat earther and all I got was a crash out is pretty much sums up this entire space on the internet.
Yes, that is true. But some things get them to crash out in more epic ways. This is one of those.
This makes me think of a little thought experiment that I considered making a video about, and then I think life happened, or I decided it wouldn't be worth it because flat earthers would have a 0 chance of understanding. But if you imagine sitting in a car driving around a curved road, your steering wheel is going to be tilted off center, match the curvature of the road. Then if you take that entire car and you hit it with a shrink ray, or Ant-Man shrinks it or something down to a tiny little Hot Wheels size, following the same road, if the steering wheel stays in the same place, then it's going to veer off the road.
Right.
You have to change to adjust like the scale that you're following the curvature at.
Dragon Sword and Nikki Lauder also vinyl 101. Yes, same thing happens with the vinyl. Yes. Camber. Yeah, that changes the proportion. So yeah, you will veer off. Let me read a couple more. Hackerman, almost at 6 months. Let's freaking go. Genius is no match for natural stupidity. And Jack Fetter for 499. Thank you so much. Much like too big of a disparity in looks, 6 can't date a 10. This is an example of too great disparity in IQ may as well be in Mandarin.
The really sad thing is that when preparing for this debate, I know that Dr. Blitz was hoping to get Austin Whitsitt. And I don't know exactly what happened to make that fall through. I think it was like there was some suspicion that Austin Whitsitt was chickening out, but there's always some type of suspicion like that.
Well, he does that a lot, to be fair. He runs away from me, so it's not far-fetched to think that he would run away from Blitz, and especially because Whitsitt likes to derp out in relativity and lie about a bunch of things that Blitz is an expert in.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And the vibes that I'm getting from Tacori and Matthew is this.
My name is very fucking confused. What's your name?
That's from the first Saw movie.
I mean, look. So you're currently mischaracterizing what the globe model is, which is understandable because some of these things are. Well, I don't want to.
Because
say
they're
anything
dumb
rude.
as
The point is you're misrepresenting our model, but we can actually just do experiments that test whether things are rotating. There's something called a Sagnac interferometer. This is basically you might think of it as a ring laser gyroscope. That's you probably heard of it as. Essentially, if you put one of these things on a merry-go-round, for example, and you spin the merry-go-round, you will be able to measure via an interference effect with the light traveling in two different directions. You will measure the rate at which the merry-go-round is spinning. And if you take one of these devices and just plop it on the ground, you will measure 15 degrees per hour of rotation.
Thanks, Bob.
So, I mean, it's right there. It picks up rotation from merry-go-rounds, and when you put it on the ground, it picks up rotation from something. The ground. The ground is.
That's an interesting view. The other day, Red, and this is on Icy Spin's channel, Red was talking with a flat earther that goes by the name of Piezoelectric. And he was saying that it's the ether that causes the gyro measurement, but then said that the ether doesn't interact with matter, but somehow it chooses to interact with the interferometer or the gyroscope, right? Like a mechanical gyro will give you the same thing. and he couldn't understand how he was just like flat out contradicting himself, and all the flat earthers were just cheering like piezo. It's wild.
Yeah, the Bob Nodell thing they've tried to bury with magical rescuing devices ever since Behind the Curve.
Daryl M says, how many IQ points are we? Well, we counteract the damage with laughter. That's my hypothesis. So, wait, no, not this one. Tay says, I don't think I'd be good at debating a flat earther, mostly because my knowledge is very layman. It's all practice. It's all practice, and you know, having citations usually helps. So if you're subscribed, like if you have a membership, I've finally got around to start. I haven't put much into it yet, but I got around to, if you go to the perks of your membership, just like Blitz does and just like other people do, you have a little Excel sheet with evidence, arguments, potential rebuttals for flat earthers and so on. So just to give you some ammo if you want to, you know, go around Discord smacking flirts. It's all practice. Debating is a skill that you develop. There's no mystery to it. Just you lose, and then you start winning. It's simple as that.
Rotating.
I'm going to give you a chance to respond to Corey, and then Matthew, once you stop laughing while other people are speaking, we'll give you a chance to respond too. But let's go to Corey first.
Okay, here's the thing about that. Listen, we know about aerodynamics. We all know about aerodynamics. We all know that the faster objects move, the more wind speed that it's going to actually produce. This is a fact. So you're talking about an Earth that's like 6 times 10 to the 24 power kilograms, moving at 1,000 miles an hour. Do you know how fast a hurricane rotates?
200 kilometers an hour or so.
200 miles an hour? Okay,
kilometers
so
an hour.
Okay, 200 miles an hour. So, what type of destruction do that hurricane cause, moving at 200 miles an hour in rotation?
It causes significant destruction on things that are.
He's like 200 miles an hour. No, 200 kilometers an hour. Okay, 200 miles an hour.
But I mean, if we're going to speak about hurricanes, image downloads here. Down 1 second. Downloads here. There we go. Because the Earth is spinning, Tacori. This is from NOAA. 200 years of hurricane and tornado data from all over the globe. I wonder why there's like a band here where they don't happen. Where the velocity is maximum, the tangential velocity for the rotation is maximized at the equator, you don't get hurricanes. And for the hurricanes that go, for example, there's a line here. I don't think you can see my cursor, but if you track one of the lines that is going towards the equator, it stops. It just stops there because they lose all their energy because the Earth is rotating.
Watch them say, well, that's because that's where the sun blocks them.
Just shield them.
That's where the sun moves across, and it's like Pong,
Yeah. Yes. I like how this map is centered from Africa is kind of cut in half, meaning that if you want to go from the west part of Africa to the east part of Africa, you have to.
Pac-Man, waka 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 waka.
Hell yes.
Not moving at 200 miles an hour as well.
Significant destruction. So Earth rotating like that 5 times.
He just waits for his turn to speak, doesn't listen at all, and then continues with the sentence right where he left off. That's amazing. Sorry, hiccup.
Speed and has way more mass in it. It's not causing no destruction from that wind.
No, because the wind is moving at the same speed as everything else. So it feels like there's no
wind on the hurricane is also moving. 200
Yeah, but
miles an hour on that hurricane.
it's moving faster than everything else, right?
It's moving faster than everything. So if the wind is moving with the Earth's speed of rotation, are you telling me that the wind around us right now is moving at 1,000 miles an hour?
Relative to some fixed point in space, sure. Relative to the surface of the Earth,
atmosphere?
Relative to the surface of the Earth, it's not moving at all, unless it's like windy or whatever. Then it might be moving a few miles.
So
an
it's
hour.
not move. So let me get this straight. It's not moving at all relatively to the surface of the Earth. Is it moving
Roughly.
Oh my God, but the hurricanes do move relative to the surface of the Earth. And while they're also spinning, they spin and they move. Like, dude, there's videos on YouTube from storm chasers where you can see this happening. This is like a trivial part, a trivial knowledge.
I'd be willing to bet that neither Matthew nor Tacori have ever played a video game where you had to jump from one vehicle to another while both were moving along a road.
Yes.
It's like their failure to understand Galilean relativity is so fundamental and persistent. It's like this has never occurred to them.
I was watching today a channel of storm chasers where they flew a drone into the hurricane. They were going in the car and then they flew a drone like directly into the hurricane. One of those FPV drones. Amazing footage. Let me see if I can find the link in my history and I'll post it for everyone to see later. Not now, later.
Is it moving at 1,000 miles period around us?
Motion is always relative. So you have to tell me relative to what?
Is it moving? Is the wind around us moving at 1,000 miles per hour
relative
right now
to what?
around
Relative,
us?
relative to the ground, relative to you and me, relative to the sun, relative to the moon, relative to, I don't know, like a Formula One car, like relative to what?
May I make an interjection? I've actually a question here. You mentioned the Sagnac effect and the interferometry device utilizing ring laser gyros. The contradiction that you put forth is that a plane, or let's say a helicopter hovering in the air, cannot detect that the ground is moving beneath it because you say it's going with the air. But the contradiction is the ring laser gyroscope being the only thing, this expensive little computer box that can feel the rotation. And that's what you want people to believe, that a little laser box, little computerized laser box sitting on the ground.
Oh my God. Does he think that it's like a mini cyborg or what?
He probably thinks like NASA beamed the measurement into Bob Nodell's device or something.
Yeah.
I literally was on a TikTok live once and heard a flat earther like stop speaking in the middle of his sentence. And then he said, they erased that thought. Like they actually believe that they're so persecuted by, them, the powers or the governments or whoever, that they're being personally targeted with thought erasing radiation or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I've heard something along those lines in someone that told me, I don't trust telescopes. He said, what do you mean you don't trust telescopes? No, they beam images to the telescope. It's like, but dude, number one, you can buy a telescope, an old telescope that is just a tube with lenses and mirrors and nothing else. So how could that work? And then, I asked them, do you also not trust microscopes? And I didn't get an answer for that.
You probably threw them into a crisis wondering whether they should trust microscopes or not. Like, oh no, I never thought of that. What if I can't?
I had a lot of fun when I was a kid. My dad bought us a little, kid's microscope. And I had a lot of fun. I poked my finger, watched my blood. I took like skin cells. It was fantastic. There you have the link of these absolute crazy guys that drove a drone into a tornado. Not a hurricane, a tornado. fantastic.
Ground, right?
You know, it doesn't require a
Feels the
computer,
earth,
right?
right? And then
No,
the
it doesn't require a computer.
helicopter, the contradiction you have to understand the contradiction you put forth. The helicopter hovering in place does not have the ground moving beneath it.
Complexity is not
understand?
contradiction.
Hey, no.
Oh my God, not this again. We usually get the LJ asking for the question of the helicopters, right?
Well, it's effectively groupthink. They all pass arguments from one to another.
But Matthew, this is a helicopter taking off from a moving aircraft carrier. Why doesn't it just, go back, stay back? And I brought up, for example, there's a video of people in a trampoline that's being towed by a car. And Matthew's scope about that, I think I have it actually here too. Matthew's scope is this one. It's that there's these walls for the people to stand on. And it's like, oh, that's those walls are preventing. It's like, no, Matthew, it's just conservation of momentum. And not too long ago, there were some guys that put one of those air catapults at the back of a truck, and they accelerated the truck to 30 miles per hour and launched the catapult on the other direction. And the guy sitting on a chair, and they launch the catapult, and the guy just lands standing. Conservation of momentum is fantastic. Those videos are amazing. And they push that to 80 miles per hour, and the guy gets launched at 80 miles per hour backwards, but because the truck is going forward at 80 miles per hour, he just lands in place like an Olympic gymnast kind of a thing. Cool. Yes, absolutely.
Well, flat earthers have a persistent belief that it's more correct to have confounding variables in your experiment. So, they think that you have to take the walls down and make sure that wind will blow the people off the truck.
Yes.
Because that's the correct way to do the experiment.
Al Trucker sent us 6 jewels, and that was a chili. Thank you so much for that. My mom bakes cakes for $2 Australian. Hakeem with a preponderance of evidence. Oh, wait, do I have what's it saying preponderance? I think I do. No, I don't. All right, let's keep it.
No, that you have to understand the contradiction you put forth.
It's complexity, not contradiction.
Which one are you going to go with?
Complexity is not contradiction, except to a simple mind.
Well, then you will understand my simple question, though. So, is it
your
that
simple
the
question is reductionist?
Is the helicopter and the air connected to the earth, and that's why it doesn't move? And then the ring laser gyro box.
The helicopter is connected to the earth. Like how?
I love how Blitz is just like, all right, we will give him that simplification. The poor man is trying. He's not really.
Which is connected to the earth, can feel it, even though nothing else.
Okay, I understand. I understand the confusion.
Nothing else on the earth demonstrates anything that the earth is moving.
I understand the confusion. I can clarify.
Right.
So the helicopter.
I hope so.
Yeah. So the helicopter is in some sense attached to the earth in that it's sitting in the air and the air is moving with the earth. So that's certainly true. That's correct characterization. However, the trouble with the ring laser gyro is that the light. This is a fundamental postulate of special relativity, and this was shown to be correct experimentally. I can cite you a 1,000 studies if you'd like. Light doesn't actually care about what setting it's in; it will always move at the same speed. So that's how it can be. So essentially, light travels as if it wasn't attached to anything. This is a very, very strange feature of our universe, but it seems to be true, and it seems to be borne out in all modern scientific endeavors. This is why things like like I mentioned, why things like medical radiation devices work. This is why things like what else did I mention? I mentioned why particle accelerators work, why nuclear energy works. It's for the same reason. So this idea that light doesn't actually care about whether it's moving or not, it will just act as if it's starting from something that's stationary. That's what makes it different from the helicopter. It's not attached to the Earth in that sense.
This is an opportunity where if either side would be willing to, there are a couple of people in chat who said we're kind of losing the big picture here. We're so in the thick of the details that maybe it could be explained just how this in particular, from a big picture view, would be evidence for or against the...
Always obfuscate. Never give it, like, so far, Matthew tried, to be fair, to give like an ounce of slack to Matthew. He tried to present evidence saying like, oh yeah, I climbed a little hill in California and it looks flat.
I think he'll end up showing that in this. So that's coming. But I love how hard Blitz tries to see the best in people. He's like, oh, I think I understand the confusion. And he proceeds to theorize like something 100 times more complicated than what was actually in Matthew's mind.
Yes.
And Matthew does not understand a word of the explanation to clarify that Blitz tries to provide. Like special relativity? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Blitz.
The same thing happens with me and Isa all the time. He tries to come up from a point of view that these are serious people. And it's like, no, Isa, you have to remember these people are idiots. That's the problem. You're thinking about a normal person making an argument. No, these are just denialists and morons. That's the issue. Blackburn Big Dragon backs me up, says Isa does the same thing. Yeah. But I think that this was a Blitz from almost 2 years ago. I think that kind of spell has vanished a little bit at the very least.
I saw him with Angels of Light on his live stream recently, or I saw a clip of it, and oh boy, he was so on point. Blitz was.
Yeah, that's rough. And the funny thing is, a couple of days after I watched that, I saw Angels of Light sharing clips from that, thinking that the Angel won somehow.
Well, of course he did. That's his shtick. That's the mandatory script he follows, and everyone who tries to imitate him is like
Solly and the few others that are derping it up on TikTok. Let me remind you, Angels is a flat earther from the South, where nothing works.
Well, he doesn't know that because he's never left his basement.
That's true.
Flat Earth.
Oh, I got it. I nailed it with that. It's a contradiction, and there's no way.
It's not a contradiction. It's just special relativity.
Because if the helicopter is hovering above the Earth, right? Now this is from my previous debate.
Matthew tries to exploit Blitz's kindness, like as if Blitz offering the theory of what Matthew might have been confused about is therefore a concession that Matthew can leverage.
Right.
It's like, what?
He's very slimy in some of that. The hubris of him claiming that he debunked plate tectonics in a debate with PhD Tony is just, I don't know if it's just peak levels of ignorance or what the hell, because that is just rough. Absolutely.
It's a stupid Nova.
Yeah.
Have to be above the Earth before the Earth starts moving beneath it.
It can't go high enough because it won't be able to fly.
I agree with you. It can't go high enough to have
there just won't be enough air. Yeah. There just won't be enough air to hover.
I think a lot of people still, though, Matthew, I think that a lot of people still are big picture wise tying this back to flat versus globe.
So the idea is that if we can show that the Earth is rotating underneath us, which we can, then it can't be flat, because you must have some sort of rotation about some axis, and the flat earthers are not prepared to say that the Earth is like on a merry-go-round. So if we can show that it's rotating, which we can, then we can show that the Earth is a globe, or at least
I think you're just suggesting it. It's like a theory. Like,
should I give you experimental evidence?
Experimental evidence?
Yeah,
you mean like more theories? Like you want to give me
intravenous copium? No, experiments, peer-reviewed papers where they went out and did stuff. or stayed in the lab and did stuff, Matthew. That's what people mean by experiments, not theories, not hypotheses, experiments.
Numbers rather than like a realistic example, utilizing practical effects that show the Earth is moving. Because you cannot.
I want to give Dr. Blitz, I'll give you a chance to respond, but just to be sure that everybody's on the same page. So it sounds like Matthew and Hakeem, or Matthew, Hakeem, and Tacori, you both you'd bite the bullet and you'd say, yes, we're challenged. Our flat Earth view is challenged if the Earth is indeed rotating. You're willing to concede that, and now it's just a matter of like, do we have the evidence of it rotating? We're all on the same page there, right?
That's the thing, is what I'm familiar with this idea of the Sagnac effect and the interferometry difference.
No, you're not. No freaking way.
He's heard the term in a Flurf script, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
probably,
to him, that means he's familiar with it.
Right.
Just before we talk about that effect, I just want to see if we can just to clarify for the big picture, is just that it sounds like you guys would say yes. Like if there is evidence of rotation, that is a challenge. It's a bigger challenge for our view.
Oh, agreed. Okay. Like if there was like 1,000-mile-an-hour wind, yeah, we would be like, wow, there's some sort of
straw man in
that...
answering the question. This isn't that hard.
Okay,
I think you said yes, despite bringing up the wind.
If there was some type of rotation that we could observe,
the line of questioning James
really test
here,
rather than
on behalf of the audience, is threatening to expose the Mott and Bailey fallacy that Matthew and Tacori are committing. And they end up fighting with the mod because they don't want to answer the question.
Well, I've seen it happen a bunch of times where the mod is just trying to keep the order and bring the topic back once it goes like way into the deep, and they always fight with the mod because they feel that they're under attack by everyone. Yeah, that is just fantastic. Astrodog says, first forget, a helicopter has a pilot inside it holding it to a position. It would work on a rotating globe or a stationary plane. Yep.
Just a computerized laser box that has to be programmed a certain way and that does not correspond with reality. That indicates a huge contradiction to the idea that the Earth is rotating.
I will give him 10 na'as because that was one gigantic one.
Globe-sided chance, then, as I think that they would say there is evidence for it. Go ahead, guys.
Just to be clear, it's not a computerized thing, and then Peter, by all means, but it's not a computerized thing. The Sagnac effect is from over 100 years ago. They didn't have computers back then. You can run a ring laser gyroscope.
They had the super secret computers from NASA before NASA was even founded.
And they had the Antikythera mechanism, which is more advanced than current computers.
Yes.
More accurate than stellarium.
I predict everything. And it's geocentric. Yeah. And also it was given to the Greeks by aliens. I mean, if we're going to let's do all the conspiracies at once.
You can't run lasers without electronics, but you can develop a Sagnac interferometer with just like candles and stuff. Like you don't need computerized.
That's the thing I always find fascinating, how these people developed the interferometry methods without the kind of lighting that we have today. These people had like oil lamps and very rudimentary ways of making light, and they still were able to focus beams of light to actually work them into functional interferometry, which is fascinating, right? England is my Liddy says, Dirth said he thinks AI existed in the 1800s. Oh my God. That's on the level of if you've seen one of the latest shorts that I put out where Vlad says do this.
And he's been talking a lot about the soul cycle, right? And your soul getting recycled so you can get reincarnated, like you're a slave to the planet. And I'm thinking that the sun spits out souls. And
Well,
I'm
soul,
thinking I could be
soul,
right
yeah.
because the sun is a soul. It's solar, soul.
Yeah.
The sun
And
spits out souls, but what ingests the souls is the moon.
Huh. Oh man, the little lip bite at the end, like, like,
Well,
did I just make a good point?
That's every other, like, you see that with Sam and Mikey. Sam, the other day they were talking about how they were hearing the color blue, right? And then Mikey said, yeah, it's like you hear the color blue, and Sam just like, oh, and then got set in like 3 seconds to give an explanation of how you can hear the color blue. Absolutely, they will just agree with anything that any other flat earther says. It's fascinating.
However, this was done before computers existed.
And are these candles moving with the atmosphere or not?
They're moving. They would be on the ground or on your table.
I don't think you're understanding the contradiction you presented here.
I don't think you're understanding anything, Matthew.
Of course, you have to say that. Of course.
It's obvious.
This involves
it's just obvious.
Right? You're being pointed out these crucial errors to your theory.
No, you are just being
It's a
reductionist
crucial
and
error.
showing your ignorance.
No,
This
no.
is complexity, not contradiction. But
I love how you can keep your nicety, because I will be just telling him, Matthew, you're a fucking moron.
I'm glad that you think that was nice. There are people in my life who would say that was mean.
Well, I mean, that was a little bit mean, but compared to, the level of it's still.
I'm defending a point that he's like dishonestly attacking. So he kind of he provoked it. I think it's in proportion to the provocation, but
yes. Yeah, no, I absolutely get it, but holy cow.
you can't tell the difference because your mind is too simple.
Or it's reality versus fantasy.
No, it's just complexity.
It's reality versus fantasy, because I don't need to
Just to get back down
make
to the
any
actual
claims.
arguments.
Like,
So,
I don't need to go
Blitz,
through some
I
long
can
things.
take the ball for like
By
we see
all
too
means.
far or sunset. If
Why don't we talk about
Whatever you
sunset,
want.
because they
Whatever you want.
didn't talk about that.
Exclusive footage from inside the mind of the Flurf. Give me 1 second.
Shut up about the sun! Shut up about the sun!
Every time the sun just wrecks them.
Whatever you want. What do you want to know about suns on a flat Earth? What would you like to know?
How about you actually address my experiment instead of just trying to nitpick it and failing like a
Okay, what do you want? What do you want to know? I'll be cool about this.
Why doesn't the sun follow an arctangent function if it's supposedly moving away according to perspective?
Well, what you got to understand is that perspective it's profoundly essential for our understanding of celestial mechanics. What I said in my intro is about our personal dome of perspective, which is what modulates how we observe these phenomena.
Oh boy.
Now, what happens with the sun, I would describe it like this. Say you were directly under
he's squinting
the
his
path
eyes
of an
shut to help
airplane
him
that
imagine.
flies. If you were directly underneath the path of an airplane that flies, it would seemingly come from the vanishing point of the horizon, which is at your eye level. But as it approaches you, you would have to raise your eyes up to see it. And then when the point of which the plane is directly above you, it would be at your zenith point. You would have to look directly above you to see it. And as the plane flies away, you'd have to, of course, turn and lower your vision to see the plane go away. The plane isn't going up and down over you. That's ridiculous, right? That's like how some people would characterize the sun moving underneath the flat earth. But really, a good example of this is this. Psalm 19, how it talks about how the sun, it's like on a circuit above the earth, right? That's not what
Psalm 19 says.
We can go over that too. But you showed that in your experiment.
Oh boy, don't you love
Flat
it when
earthers
they...
are such liars. Got
Wow,
a lot of
yes, indeed. When they go down that route, I usually quote Revelation 21:8 to them and make a little bit of a spectacle of that. Matthew, let's watch this together for just a second. This is the new model. It's an airplane submarine, right? It's landing in the water. And then here, where does this start? Over here. I love this. This is from Earth is Life. He was in Hawaii, and another submarine plane taking off from the middle of the waves. Yeah, Matthew, perspective doesn't do that. Look at that.
Oh, notice also how that plane is headed away from the viewer.
Yes.
If it's headed away from the viewer, why is it moving upward in the vision? In its vision?
I love that. This one also makes them like their brain throws arrow 404.
That the sun does in fact have a circular path above the earth, and you agreed to that. You agreed to that. Now watch, just understand the sun is over us, right? So it appears to rise above us. Then the subsolar point is also a crucial factor, which is how we get seasons. The annual cyclical movement of the subsolar point from tropic to tropic. That's how we get seasons.
Oh no, Matthew. But when you look at the map of the flat Earth, the sun is going clockwise. And for me, it moves the other way. And not only that, I can see the sun rising south of east, which impossible to happen on a flat Earth. And when I go to December, it's even more apparent. When I go to Punta Arenas in December, it will be even more apparent because the sun will be barely below the horizon. You can still see the twilight. And at the same time, while it's 10 p.m. in Chile, and I see the sun barely hidden because you can still see, the oranges in the night sky over the water. There's people in Australia that have the sun over their heads. How the hell does that work? Perspective doesn't do that. There's no freaking way. I'm so excited for that. My mom bakes cakes for $5 Australian, says Hakim. Special relativity. His relatives thinks he is. Oh my. Astrodog says, Max, stop confusing them with facts. Doug, I don't know if you caught the second part of me and it was me and Mike from the Drunk Debunk Show making Sam and Mikey cry with your footage, with your pictures, and with Mikey's pictures. And the one that you sent me for Jupiter, oh man, that one is so good. This one. Because it shows like the two moons, and it also shows the moons casting a shadow on the planet. Holy cow, that throws them for a tailspin.
I think we might have a flat earther in the chat.
Who?
Zesta back from burnout, unless he's being sarcastic.
Really?
I could be misunderstanding. That happens sometimes.
Below 0 degrees, you mean zenith? Or what?
He's talking about the horizon. He's saying the sun is never observed below the horizon. That's my interpretation. Never mind, because the horizon is in the way.
Hold my beer. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up for you.
Zesta, what about when we see the sun cut in half by the horizon? That's not a vanishing point.
Oh, yeah. Or the fact that it doesn't move away because it doesn't change angular size throughout the day, which that's very easy to show. I'm looking for a specific video, but no, it's this one. This guy has the boats, not the horizon. Well, you know what? I'll show you this one. Hold on. If you want to,
I'm not holding my breath for any substantive response from Zesta.
no. I wonder why it's obviously it's the glare, but now it's I'm sorry, you were saying this is in my city.
Well, he'll probably say, but you now can't see the sun, therefore you're not observing it.
It's like, I win means the earth is flat. Gotcha.
Exactly. Welcome to Flat Earth.
Welcome to Flat Earth. Hashtag.
The basic answer for your question about the sun, it has a circular path above us that expands. It has a tight circle of the Tropic of Cancer in the summer solstice, and this path expands to the Tropic of Capricorn in the winter.
I want to give you a
It's
chance
very
to see your
interesting.
screen, Peter. I just took that down just for the moment, just because.
Niken says Zesta is one of the flirts that believes TFE was filmed in a studio. Oh my God. There is a lensing effect in the sky when the sun is cutting half at sunset. That this is total internal reflection due to the lensing effect. Oh no. Holy hand grenades and stand jewels and presses F. But you just cooked yourself.
Zesta spitting optics terms he's read that he doesn't understand. It's not total internal reflection. That does not make any sense. And also, it's an incoherent rescuing device. It's a magical rescuing device.
Yes,
just like I defined at the beginning.
But to add insult to injury, we're going to debunk it right here. So when you look at the sunset, when you look at the sun throughout the whole day in a time lapse, and you see that it doesn't change size, then you know that your argument is wrong. Because there is no reflection, because you look at the sunspots. And we can play it back at a higher speed. And it doesn't, look, the day is going by, the sun is not changing size, not moving away. This is done with a tracking mount. This is the original video is from Rex Rhetoric. The measurement of the diameter is done with a Python script by Icy Spin, and the video is on Icy Spin's channel. And look, throughout the day, doesn't change size at all. So that doesn't reflect either. And if we bump it here to like the nighttime or close to the nighttime, there you go. Look at how it actually sets. This is gorgeous. 1 second. Oh, look at that. TFE was filmed in a soundstage at Punta Arenas Airport. It's fucking summer in South America in December. There is no snow anywhere. Oh my God. The middle of the summer. That's
also,
December.
Why would they devote like 80% of the area of an entire airport to a soundstage?
Oh my God.
No soundstage exists on the planet that is large enough to even like choreograph what was filmed at TFE, let alone actually film it. The special effects wouldn't work.
They flew a plane into there, right? And then there's also the drone that they managed to increase the ceiling because they were in Antarctica. They got a special permission from DJI. so that the drone could go double than it's usually allowed to go. And look, Cesta, you know that thing that you said doesn't happen? It's right there. That was a nice try, though. I mean, you need to come better equipped. Like the...
He's not good faith. At this point, if he was in my YouTube comments, I would just start ignoring him.
I will, but I will do one more thing because I love this. And then we'll continue. Boom, 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 boom. Same way, buddy. Let me see. Oh, here we are. Boom. There we go. Cesta, are you ready? Okay, these are my own screenshots from Flight Radar 24, a website that, I mean, it's the #1 website for tracking flights. So I started tracking it a little bit after.
Oh, and what's that timestamp? December 14th, not 16th, as Zesta's saying.
14th, and here we have the data for everything, right? Everything is there. And I have a lovely sequence of pictures. And look, if you can see here, there's nothing special on this flight, but look what happens. Boom, it's going a little bit further. Punta Arenas, also December 14th, 2024. And it also has the time, 10:39 Eastern and 21 seconds. But look at this. Boom. Next screenshot, tracked, #2 worldwide, tracked by 772 people. Oh no, and they're already over Antarctica. Next one, boom, 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 boom. #1 worldwide, tracked by 1,424 people. Boom, 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 boom. One more, #1 worldwide, 1,444 people. And this time they were making the final approach. I think I have look, they're making the final descent. They turn into the runway, and by this time it's being tracked by 1,744 people. I took these screenshots myself as I was tracking the plane. There was you can't usually live stream from a plane, you dummy. Like, now you're coping.
That's why it's called airplane mode on your phone. It's so that your phone accessing internet won't interfere with the radio communications of the pilot, which are required for the safety of the people on board.
Yeah. Screw safety, though. Fuck that shit.
Screw safety. Right. Someone's wrong on the internet.
Yes. Like, I will live stream the heck out of this flight because Cesta wanted it. Cesta requires it as evidence. So, Cesta, now that you are absolutely pummeled and beaten, come back when you have something more. All right, let's keep it going.
Because sometimes some of the members of the audience will get confused and think that it's Matthew that was sharing while he was explaining. But if you want to share that again, you're welcome to, if you would like to use it to make your point, Peter.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So Matthew, do you see the diagram?
I can kind of see it. It's kind of small because I'm using my phone.
It's a little smaller this time than last.
That sounds a lot like a you problem, Matthew.
Last time.
Yeah, I can make it
there
larger.
It is. Perfect.
This shows that if something is moving away as you're describing, like with the plane or like with a robothemist sun, it should follow an arctangent function. There is no way to argue this. This is pure trigonometry, pure math, and it is very simple. It is some of the simplest trigonometry that you can do. There is no way to argue. If something is moving away according to perspective, then its elevation above eye level will follow an arctangent function. That's how perspective works. That's why there's such a thing as a vanishing point. That's how it works.
But you're not taking into account distortions in perspective due to our dome of perspective, how we
Due to
observe
what?
life.
Due
On
to
one of
what?
your diagrams, watch. There is such thing as perspective. You're touching on reality. You have one diagram also that looks like a dome shape that you're not showing right now, but you have to take that into account how perspective.
Does he be the one of the sun? Like, looks like dome shape? Like, he sees domes everywhere. Holy cow.
My diagram makes him feel uncomfortable, and there's a different diagram that makes him feel more comfortable that he wants me to show instead to help him make his point instead of him following or engaging with my point.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh.
And while complaining about that, he might as well also subtly insinuate that I'm like somehow doing it on purpose as a dishonest tactic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look what we have in the chat. I killed Earl. Hello. How you doing? I'm sorry. I thought that I was done, but I just want to kick him once more while he's down. Sun rises at 0 degrees, sunset at 0 degrees, 100 degrees, 180 degrees. Oh, my fucking cat. Are you serious?
Zesta, you are not equipped to address this topic until you understand that the vanishing point, the 0 degrees elevation that an object would goes toward as it's moving away, is an infinitesimal limit. That's a calculus level concept, and you are not equipped here. The fact that the sun actually reaches and then crosses 0 degrees to become invisible, that already debunks flat Earth, because on a flat Earth it would approach that limit infinitely and never reach it. So the fact that it reaches it debunks flat Earth.
Oh, Earth says, "Hey, sexy, lovely to see you." Thank you so much. Lovely to see you too. Sesta, you know that I know that you wanted to say that it wasn't live stream, but you know what? Even though they didn't live stream it, they actually recorded the whole flight from Punta Arenas to Antarctica, and all of a sudden you start seeing ice and ice. That's a gigantic fucking studio.
They recorded out both windows too.
Yes.
Port side and starboard.
Oh no, Sesta, you were wrong again. Sorry. Let's go back to this. I'm sorry.
This diagram. I don't know what dome diagram you're talking about.
You have to understand like how we perceive light, how any lens or eye will receive light, how it comes
Matthew,
straight to us.
I have a question.
Yes.
So this right. Sorry, Tacori. Okay. So perspective has been well known since I guess the mid 1600s or so, with the Renaissance, when they kind of figured out how to draw in perspective, right? It's like pretty well understood, right? Like I'm sure that we agree on like that. The mathematics of perspective is pretty well understood.
We might disagree on specifics, but more or less, perspective exists.
Yeah. And we understand how to like draw accurately using perspective. We understand how to figure out how far something away is based off of how big it is, things like this, right?
Yep.
Well,
I don't think that these guys do know that.
Okay, so all I wanted to convey, all I wanted to ask really is perspective is so down to earth, so well studied that I should be able to find anything I want to learn about perspective in a textbook, right? So can I find this dome of vision in a textbook?
Well, it's actually incorrect. It's kind of hard to find, like, because I'm compiling images for a book. I'm compiling images for a book specifically on celestial mechanics, and it's hard to find.
The book, the pamphlet. If anyone wants it, I'll give it to them for free, because fuck Matthew. But I mean, it's like 14 pages of derp, 1 paragraph per page, and then a couple of blank pages and a bunch of memes at the end, just for good measure. Do you remember that, Peter, or no?
I do remember it. It's probably gone from the internet now, thanks to the he who shall not be named.
Voldemort.
That's a shame.
Yes.
But I do remember it.
Yes, Matthew Hakim has 2 pamphlets. Debunking the moon landing and reinterpreting celestial phenomena or something like that. Yes.
He's role playing as
They
having
exist.
Why
content.
might it be hard to find?
Google algorithms.
No, I'm
Google
talking about textbooks. I'm
algorithms.
talking about textbooks, not
You mean you mean like
pre-internet.
how am I gonna find a textbook from 300 years ago?
No, just from like, you know, the 1930s or
Matthew, it has never been easier to find a textbook from 300 years ago.
He thinks the internet's been around for 300 years. I don't know that he thinks that is funny.
Oh boy, we're hitting astronomical levels of copium. There is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. There is. This is why the sun stage, we disprove that. So your fluff resetting. It's unfortunate, but the globe is a lie, though folk are not technically lying because the globe is just a theory. Oh, you're adorable.
As Toon likes to point out, the fact that he
Like,
says there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica is a tacit admission that would destroy his worldview.
Yeah, correct. And the fact that the sun sets right to left for me is obvious evidence that there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So thanks for playing, though. Welcome to the globe. Hashtag. All right, I need another tiny toilet break. I'll be right back. I'm also going to call the cat because he's starting to worry me.
It's a ridiculous question, but
or the 1980s.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous
just a text
question.
paper.
Like you want me to find a dude? I think that might be a ridiculous
straight.
question.
I'm just asking. It should be in a physics
Like,
textbook where they talk about optics, right?
Well, what you have to do is you have to research other phenomena, such as anti-crepuscular rays, as well as the analemma.
Yeah, those things are talked about in standard university level physics textbooks when they talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we disagree.
Well, no,
Let's talk
I'm just
about
wondering
how-
if this dome of vision thing is real, why can't I find it in any textbooks?
Hold on, wait a minute.
All right,
maybe let me make it real clear on this azimuthal dome. Azimuthal dome perspective that we're talking about. It's very simple. Look at one part of the sky. Look up. Look at the other part of the sky. It'll give you like a dome. That's what the perspective will give you, like a dome. That's all around 360 degrees. So yes, that azimuthal dome perspective is real.
Yeah.
If you want to look at something going over the sky from one angle to the next angle, and you follow that, like if you see a plane, your head is going to move like a rainbow above.
I absolutely agree that
to the other. That's what we're talking about, as a azimuthal perspective.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's not quite what you're talking about. So I agree that you can measure things in the sky with angles. Like you can say, oh, it's 30 degrees up, and then it's 80 degrees north or something, or 80 degrees from north. That's fine, I agree. But Matthew is making a separate claim, namely that this mystical dome of vision is influencing how.
We got a shout out to my friend Emma. She was everyone's favorite in high school. Let me ding them a little bit and we'll carry on.
How perspective works. And that's the claim that I would like to see substantiated in, say, an optics textbook.
It is substantiated.
Where?
Like I said, I gave you 2 examples.
I want to see this. I want to see this in like an optics textbook. Does that exist?
Well, if you're smart enough, you can find
that you can.
Wicked Pizza says, impossible question. Who's the bigger moron, Matthew or Tacori? Well, why don't we, ask the peeps? So I'll make a little poll here and we'll vote.
I mean, I've taught
can I just
textbooks
let me say it really quick. Okay, listen. Look up how anti-crepuscular rays are formed. Okay, look at how it would be on a flat plane. How our dome of perspective will warp the paths of the lights above us.
No, it actually proves that it's not
anti-crepuscular, but also the
sun.
analemma. The analemma is also evidence
out.
of perspective distortion. Listen, about the analemma, Globers say that it is a result of axial tilt, which causes the analemma. However, the stationary position of Polaris and the fixed rotation of stars around it disprove the notion of axial tilt.
Motherfucker, no, it doesn't. Because it just lines up with the axis of rotation. And Matthew, if you're going to bring star rotation, the stars where I am, they rotate the other way because we're on a ball. Boom. There. Flat Earth is done. For you and for Cesta too. I love when they bring up... I was speaking with, I think it was Tay, that whenever they gish Gallup, I just go with it. I don't focus on them changing the subject anymore. I just smack them down every single time. Every time they bring up a new topic, just smack them down real quick and move on to the next one. I go with the Gish Gallop. I actually like that when they do that. You get to, bash them on a bunch of topics at once.
The implication of that is that the analemma is a more accurate reasoning for how we get the analemma because of these perspective distortions as a result.
So you're naming all of these other phenomena.
Perspective distortion. Like, what kind of perspective distortion causes something that is rotating clockwise to rotate counterclockwise on another part? Like, there's no fucking way.
That destroy a flat Earth that you think this magical rescuing device explains, and you're using that as a way to argue that this magical rescuing device can also explain other evidence that destroys a flat Earth.
Well, what it is, it's
that's not evidence for your magical rescuing device.
It's demonstrated with practical effects, not computer models.
Matthew,
so demonstrate it.
I just hold on one sec.
I did on my YouTube page. Check out my YouTube.
Demonstrate it here. You're in a debate here, not on your YouTube.
I don't
page.
have all my materials.
can give you a chance.
I mean, I'm doing a debate.
You have your mouth and your
Tacori,
brain.
I want to give you a chance to share your. Or it looks like you've already shared your screen. If you had a point.
Oh, here we go.
I do want to encourage if you guys could do me a hold on one second. Hold on. If you could do me a favor and just not share your screen while someone, otherwise, if you share your screen while someone's talking, oftentimes the audience thinks that the person who's speaking is the one who shared it, and they start trying to make sense of it in light of what the person is saying.
I wanted to share my screen.
You can
show
definitely
his video.
go for it right now. I wasn't trying to reprimand you or anything. Just
Oh no.
And I'll narrate a little bit. Can I narrate?
I'll narrate, and the Flurfs fumble again.
Yeah, he can narrate. It's his video, so of course he's gonna. Yeah, it's his video, so he's gonna narrate.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a little bit as it's playing that it shows that Southern California is flat.
I got cut off, damn it. But yeah. Oh, Matthew.
It's not playing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it on YouTube.
With the cricket.
you got it. We're ready for that share. Go ahead, Tacori.
Steel City with the 180 jewels sends tacos. You know that despite being Latino, I've never had a taco. There's no Mexican food here.
Folks, thanks for your patience. I keep forgetting I had my
I was going to say that I was going to share it on YouTube.
On YouTube, as
I'm not.
Are you going to be playing a video of a guy jumping with a flag?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No, why would you say that?
If you're
No
sharing
reason.
it, if you have a video you want to share, I think you're saying you want to share a YouTube video. The audience can't see it, but if you.
Oh no!
So if you want the audience to see it, you have to share it through the Zoom call.
You know, I should probably go actually.
Yeah,
okay.
y'all can keep talking.
Yeah, no problem. Wait, hold on. Let's do final thoughts, and then I'll open it up for the rest of the peeps. Yeah, it's getting a little bit late, but thank you so much, Peter, for coming, hang out.
Thank you for inviting me.
Fun. I missed you, my friend.
I miss you too.
I hope all is well. I hope Katie is also doing well. We also missed her memes, the queen of the memes.
Yes, there's
So,
been a little bit more
final
peace in our lives, but a little less
That's
flurf
awesome.
coping.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. Glad to see you. Final thoughts.
I don't know. It's just sterling example of pigeon chess.
Oh, yeah.
Flat earthers never cease to disappoint.
Yes, absolutely. Paint Layer says, thanks for hanging out, Peter. And Aldebaran says, Katie makes all chats more hilarious. Yeah, she's fantastic. So, well, thank you so much. Let me get the link to the peeps so we can finish this up. And before you go, let's end the poll here. Hakeem won with 89% of the vote. Overwhelming.
I mean, he's like a hostile form of stupid. Tacori seems a little more harmless, so it's hard to not like dislike Hakeem more.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of baggage with some of the stuff that Hakeem has done in the past. So yeah, he just makes himself odious to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, Sesta is crying. Oh.
All right. Well, thank you, Max.
Take
And
care,
thanks,
Peter.
everyone.
Have an awesome week. Thank you for coming hang out. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we're going to open it up for anyone who wants to come hang out, and we'll finish this up. We still have a little bit to go. It's long because it has a whole bunch of questions at the end. So, but shouldn't be the debate itself shouldn't be much longer.
I pulled it up.
Okay, you got it.
Y'all can keep talking till I pull it up.
You got it.
Damn, the crickets are working
Go ahead,
overtime
Matthew,
today.
I think you were saying something.
Okay, well, yeah, just that's the video I wanted to show in my introduction of how there is no curvature. The amount that is supposed to be there is not there.
Wait, so you're changing the subject now?
Yes.
No, that's I'm addressing the video that should be playing. Unless you want to continue on.
I thought we were talking about sunset and perspective. I thought that's what we were talking
We
about.
can continue talking about that if you'd like. What would you like to know?
Oh my gosh, we just completely reset now.
What would you like to know? Like, Matthew has explanations for anything at all. Holy shit.
We
I
were
asked
in the
you a
middle.
question. What you brought up that we're talking about something. I asked you what you want to know.
So the whole endeavor of modern science, and I hope you agree, is that we try to quantify things. We try to describe things numerically so that we can make predictions. And by the way, I'm still talking about perspective and all this stuff. So if we were really interested in trying to understand how things look and why they look a certain way when they're a certain distance away, there should be some formulas I could use that invoke this azimuthal grid of vision. I should be able to find that in a textbook somewhere, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't know how to figure out, how big we should draw a house if it's behind a building in a painting. Like, there should be some formulas. Can you show me?
I disagree with you because it's funny that even like the maps, people are starting to realize that all the maps are wrong in regards to like the size of, say, Greenland versus Africa.
That's not a new realization. That has been known since the maps were drawn.
So you know that there's distortion on maps.
Yes, it's physically impossible to draw a flat paper map of a spherical surface. That's why every map has distortion. This is known. This has been documented ever since the maps were drawn.
And even globes too, like a physical globe.
No, the physical globes are accurate. The physical globe is the only thing that's accurate.
Are physical globes in the shape of an oblate spheroid?
They can be if they're accurate enough.
So they're not accurate.
They're accurate to within.
Oh my. We've hit astronomical levels of copium.
A very high degree of precision.
Gotcha.
Hey, bro, I got your video up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just play it whenever you can. I'm up in the hills. It's beautiful. This is the city of Fullerton, California.
This is the experiment that you did, right?
This is
the experiment you did on the hill.
Well, partly, yeah. I could put this against the idea that there is any curvature on the Earth. Now, the issue,
Matthew, you don't know the height. So therefore, you have no clue how much curvature would be expected at that height. But let me see. Let's do a quick search here. Highest hill in Fullerton, California. Boom, 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 boom. The highest, the tallest hill in Fullerton, California, is located along the ridge in the Coyote Hills near the Panorama Nature Preserve and reaching a peak elevation of 533 feet. So you would, even if you were in the highest hill of California, you still wouldn't see the curvature, you dummy. Oh my.
issue here is I'm not just looking at one point, say 10 miles away. I'm looking at multiple points in excess of 30 plus miles away.
How did you?
Can't see.
You don't know your height, and how did you measure it? You didn't. You're just hard coping. Well, he did. He says that at the beginning of the debate. But here, I got you. I got you, babe.
It's a panoramic video of Southern California from up in the hills. It shows that it is flat. I watched it on my big screen TV at home, and I used a piece of yarn. I paused it, and I put a piece of yarn along the TV. It's perfectly flat. So that's evidence right there. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely. Clearly, but I just showed downtown Los Angeles. This is like west of here. There, and then the edge is the ocean, because that's just how the water is. I'm in Southern California. Fullerton, it's considered like kind of coastal, but we're not near. We're miles from the beach. But as you see, gentlemen, as you see, there is no curvature up here.
No one would expect to see curvature at the 533 feet. No one. Only you, Matthew.
And this is not any digital effects. This is just straight up me in the hills.
Exactly what would you expect to see if you were on a globe doing this?
Matthew,
if I was on a globe, I would expect to see some sort of curvature. If not,
okay, that's just your ignorance.
If not 8 inches per mile square, you asked me a question. If not 8 inches per mile square, I would expect to see something.
Well, then you're just wrong.
I would expect to see some. I'm wrong thinking. Wait a minute.
Yes,
you're right.
You are wrong.
If I'm thinking there's.
Matthew, I'll give you this. You ain't got shit, Holmes. There you go. There you have it. That's the appropriate response.
Should be curvature, I would be wrong. So I agree
using
with you
this
again.
methodology, you're wrong.
Like, look at there is no curvature.
Using this methodology to find curvature is wrong.
You have
Matthew,
to
you said that this was an experiment, yeah?
Yes, you have to identify multiple.
What is the
locations.
independent variable of this experiment?
You lost me with your confusing word salad talk.
I approve of Blitz flipping the script back on them. What's the independent variable? That is a great thing, Blitz. I love that. That was so good. That was on point. And Matthew just coping. Word salad.
You have to look at what I'm showing.
Presumably, you and I agree that science is good, right? Like we like the scientific method.
Okay, this video is not taking place in a theory. This video is not taking place.
I was just asking for you to describe an experiment. A scientific experiment has independent variables, it has dependent variables, it has statistical analysis, it has a null hypothesis, lots of pieces to an experiment. Do you have any of those?
So what you're saying is my science, I need to get more people involved. I need to get
you could do it alone.
Science.
Yes.
I need to get a whole team of people. And I agree with you.
You're very bad at listening, Matthew.
I would love to have more people working on my science, help me understand what I don't know. and to help me.
Oh boy, I mean, we would have to take you back to first grade primary school to figure out all of the things that you don't know. Holy shit.
Articulate my ideas better. So any limitations you're experiencing from me, I apologize. Nobody's perfect. But I do think that my science could go to the next level. My science could definitely go to the next level.
My science can go to the next level. Okay.
Failure to make an argument at all from evidence is not a simple imperfection. We're not talking about.
I said the Earth is flat.
Yeah, you failed to show how that would be evidence for anything.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Can I bring something up about that video? One sec, Tacori. This will be quite quick.
Yeah, I didn't speak in a minute, so
I will be 15 seconds, I promise. So the last thing I said in my opener was, do you throw all of the scientific evidence away from the last 300 years in favor of it looks flat to me? And Matthew, I think you just
that's appealing to authority, appealing to credentials.
I don't trust the government. I think there's some very corrupt stuff that happened in the government. I do not trust them. I think a lot of what we're seeing is like illegal that the government is doing. And I don't think we're ape men. I don't think we're on a ball.
I'm sorry, did I say government?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Matthew, you can prove the shape of the earth to yourself. You don't even need the government.
Science too.
Yeah, well, that is actually sanctioned by the government.
Government controls science and money.
Oh, which one?
Science.
Which government controls science? Which one?
Our government funds specifically
the American government?
biolabs across the face of the earth, such as let's not talk about that. But
wait, which government? The United States government? I don't live in the United States.
Every government.
Hey, check this out.
That's cool, I guess. I don't know.
This is sheer pigeon chess.
When they said this, when they said that wind can blow planes.
Tacori going back. He's been looping on the same thing for me. 40 minutes. He's been looping on the same thing. The wind the planes make.
To their direct location at that direct time. That's when I was like, I'm not about to go back and forth with these folks. Y'all was like, you can go and have it. Because if you tell somebody that and they believe that in their heart, man, I don't know what to tell them.
Oh. I'm so sorry. But the thing is that we don't just believe that. I mean, there's multiple. This guy built a rocket by himself and shot it up. And oops. Look who we have. Hakeem's piece of yarn. How you doing?
Hey guys, great to be here. Great to get off of the TV screen.
So if we put a piece of yarn here, do you think that it will be flat?
I believe so, yeah.
Looks flat to me.
I actually went to Hakeem's video, the Southern California is flat. And I didn't have any yarn because I don't knit, so I don't have yarn. So I grabbed the closest thing I could grab that I could measure flat with. And I sent you a picture, and I want you to look at it before you just show it, because it is what you think it is, but it's not real.
Oh no.
I don't know if you want to show it or not. It's fine if you don't.
Got it. Well,
it's just a toy. It's not like a.
But a toy of what?
It's what you think it is.
Oh my! No, I don't think I can show that. That will.
But it's flat, right?
But where did you did you get that from Oakley?
No, it's a gift that I bought for somebody like years ago, and then before I received it to send to them, they just stopped talking to me. So I've literally just had this sitting in the package that it came in or whatever for years, just sitting here.
Oh my God.
Because when you get a gift like that for somebody, who do you just give that to get rid of it? Like, you know what I mean? You're not just like, oh, here, sister, here's this gift I got for somebody else.
I don't know. Someone, Lindsay says, put it in Discord.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it in your Discord or?
I'll do it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's do pick of the day. Boom, boom. I can't show it on YouTube.
Which is fine. I was thinking about bleeping it, but then you couldn't really tell what it was if you bleep it.
Yes.
You know? I figured that
here we
that
go.
was part of the charm of seeing what it is.
There you go. The link is there. You'll have to join the Discord. And yes, it is what you think it is. That's why we can't show it.
What are you talking?
But also, it's flat. Is it naughty? Yes.
It's just a toy, though. It's not anyone's actual stuff.
Well, I mean, if that would be someone, check with your regular physician.
Or change professions.
Double-ended, yes, exactly. You got it. There we go. We start getting more descriptions. Small Dog says Facebook Marketplace, obviously.
I think it was Adam and Eve, actually.
No, I mean to get rid of it. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, once I said that a darn wind can blow the planes to their direct location. Yeah, like when we first opened.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to take something we said out of context and misconstrue it and claim victory.
Asked you, how would y'all listen? When I asked you, how would y'all get to y'all location if the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and it's spinning to the east, and it already spent 5,700 and something miles to the east? You said the
what? No, Tacori, that's, oh, for fuck's sake. That's not how any of that works.
So let me be clear here. We were talking about sunset and perspective. You guys changed subjects not once, but twice now, back to this thing where you were just demonstrating abject ignorance of rest frames.
No.
Now you're claiming victory over this.
First started doing the Q&A. This is when we first started doing the Q&A. And once you said what you said, I was like, nah, I'm not about to waste my breath.
So you've changed subjects twice now away from sunset and perspective.
No. I'm not changing the subject. I was just saying,
you are. You're changing the subject.
No, listen. I'm saying the reason why I didn't go back and forth with y'all like that, and I let Matthew do it, was because of y'all first answer when we was talking about
when you were showing abject ignorance of rest frames. That's right. I remember that. I remember.
We showing abstract ignorance, but you the one talking about planes can blow.
The guy heard abject ignorance, and he was like, "Yeah, we was showing abstract ignorance."
The wind can blow planes to their
we didn't say that. You're just showing abject ignorance of rest frames. We were talking about rest frames. A plane moving through the atmosphere is in a certain rest frame. The atmosphere is also in a certain rest frame. The motion of those things must be described according to a rest frame, like Blitz said. But you guys don't understand that. You don't seem to understand rest frames.
Listen. We trying to see how did it get to, because you got to get to that airport at a specific time. That's what you got to get. You got.
I need both of y'all in my class.
Yes. But I think you should, it's a shame you don't teach high school, because these guys need to go way back.
Grade school even.
Tacori, planes don't ride the wind. The planes have engines, and they have a little lever that you go, woo, and the plane goes, woo, and goes forward.
What does the plane sound like again?
Because they have jets that like turbines.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Like,
bro.
I just gotta nail you with Newtonian physics.
Oh my goodness. Can I speak,
I
bro?
don't want
'Cause-
to downgrade. I don't want to downgrade my intelligence. Sorry.
Oh, Matthew.
Can it get lower?
Oh my God. Oh, Matthew, I believe slime mold is smarter than you. Small Doug says, I come to these streams for the sound effects. Cheers. Hell yeah. And you know what? That gets you
Let's give Tacori a chance to finish that thought. Go ahead, Tacori.
Yeah, because this the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let Matthew just get at y'all. Cause this is crazy.
Because he's got a worse attitude.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy that you don't understand that a plane has engines that go woo.
So Tacori's
Yeah,
the chef making the salad, and then Hakeem is the guy that comes over and was like, "Say when," and starts grounding the pepper on it. Or is that Oakley?
Yes. Paul says that chirp always sounds like it's coming from my smoke alarm. I mean, that's what you get. That's what you get for having smoke alarms. Here, we don't have smoke alarms and we live in peace. And to be fair, Jack did a perfect job with getting me that recording. So, yeah, Jack, absolute stellar job.
It's crazy because I literally asked y'all, how would it get there at that specific time? How would it travel from the from Europe all the way to I think it's called Buku, Africa, and I think in Ghana, because that's where the flight pattern was at. How did it travel and get there 5 hours and 59 minutes when by the time they traveled there, it spent to the east at 5,700 and something?
Well, that's very easy. You steer the plane towards where you want to go. Just like, I don't know, when you're on a car, when you're on a bike, and then you also do the woo, you accelerate it. And, yeah.
Everything's got a turbine.
Mm-hmm.
Even the picture I showed you, it goes. Woo.
If you spin it hard enough, yeah. Or if you know, like if you grab like a thin, I don't know, like a stick that is kind of thin, and you shake it, and it goes like.
Yeah.
Astrodog says the other night Max played that chirp, and my wife thought it was our smoke detector. You can't tell me those things because now I will get the impulse of doing stuff like.
I will say though, smoke detectors like over here, they don't always just use battery. The battery is just convenient for places that don't have electrical for it. But places usually they'll have the electric set up straight to the smoke detector, and then the battery is just the backup. So if power goes out and then the battery's low is the only time it will beep.
Oh my God, I just had an amazing idea. Remember when people gift memberships that I sometimes use?
Yep.
I will swap in the pew pews for chirp chirps. So from now on, you'll get like when someone gives 20 memberships, you'll get 20 chirps. I'm working on that tonight.
Did the pew get slowed down? I thought it was pew pew pew. I thought it was faster.
Well, but that's for the 20 pews.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's 5.
Gotcha. I didn't realize you had different ones for each.
I got everything.
Miles, which means it left y'all 5,700 something miles behind. How could y'all get there at that specific time using that specific path if your landmass is or your location is spinning away from you 1,000 miles an hour for 5 hours straight?
Oh my God.
Tacori, before you bow out, can I ask you one question about that?
I'm not bowing out. I'm just.
Can I ask you a question about what you just said?
I need you to answer that question.
I didn't hear a question. Maybe I missed it. I heard a monologue. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed a question if there was one.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it real slow.
No! No! Normal speed is fine, please.
20 minutes later.
Make sure it ends in a question mark.
I don't know how to make this as slow as possible, but I'm gonna try my best to hope y'all can understand this.
Slower isn't needed.
Okay, Astrolog tells me, ooh, oh my God, yes, hold up. Hold up, everyone, shut the fuck up. Oh, this is good.
I mean, everyone like me?
No, everyone else in the audience, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Oh, wow. This is fantastic. Oh, what did I click on?
I don't know if it would be possible, but I know eclipses are usually for specific spots and everything. I mean, you might not be able to do it at the same time, but wouldn't it be interesting to get like how you and I see Spin are doing two different locations, perspectives of the sun? How interesting would it be to have the same day close to each other of eclipses coming? Can you get an eclipse coming from like the other direction in different locations?
No, because it's usually when they happen in one hemisphere, you can't see it from the other.
I wasn't sure if any of it lined up.
No, the path is usually on one hemisphere. But I posted the link. Go give the video some love. And Doug, I'm saving this because this has flirtiers written all over it. And some info from Doug. This is 700 images, one every 15 seconds to make the time lapse. Oh, this would make Mikey fucking absolutely just cry tears of sadness.
This is actually time appropriate too, because in the description it says this is from 2024, so it's probably close to when this debate happened.
Yep. The debate happened in September, and this is from April, so yeah, pretty close. Can't open it? What do you mean? Hold on, let me put it. Maybe I fucked up. Hold on. There
the
we
link
go.
worked for me.
There we go. All right. Yo, I'm actually getting.
Listen.
I'm actually getting a bit worried about the cat, and it looks like it started raining even heavier. So I need to go fucking rescue him. So we'll keep going for a little bit, see if the rain eases up, and then I'll go find the freaking damn cat.
Through the plane, one location get to another in 5 hours.
Oh yeah, okay. I was getting to answering
5
that.
hours, it moved east 5,000 miles away from it. How do it get there at its precise time? If it
in order for you to understand my answer,
5,000,
I have to ask you a question. Okay, so I'm getting toward answering that. Can I ask you a question?
No, you can answer the question.
Oh boy. Don't you love that? Mr. Eban, hello, welcome.
To answer the question with a question. I just need you to answer
I'm
with an
getting
answer.
toward that, but I have very low confidence right now that any answer I give will be understood. Okay, so I need to
No,
I need
it's
to know
just
that
not
you'll
gonna make no
understand.
sense because it's impossible. You can't get that at that
It's
certain
rest
time.
frames.
If
Rest
your
frames
landmass
is the
spinning
answer,
away
but you
from
don't know. You don't
faster than a
understand that.
plane.
Oh my
3
gosh!
times faster than a plane at that, to be exact.
It's according
So
to
can
a
you
rest
answer
frame.
that question?
Okay, I'll just ask my question instead of.
Steel City says Cat is probably just getting some. He has no balls.
No, you can still get some.
No, they don't.
Oh, they take everything. They take everything.
No, when they get fixed, they just don't have a sex drive.
Oh.
Yeah, most animals don't just have recreational sex. Yeah.
Of asking permission, because clearly you're just trying to bulldoze this. If let's say you're riding in the back of a pickup truck, okay, you're just moving along, let's say at 30 miles per hour, and you're holding a ping pong ball in your hand, and you throw that ping pong ball straight upward into the air. Now, let's say we measure the speed of the ping pong ball relative to the asphalt beneath the pickup truck, right? Right before you throw it. It's also going to be 30 miles per hour, right? But a moment after you throw it, a millisecond after you throw it.
He's just What a dummy. Oh my.
When there's 1 millimeter between your hand and the ping pong ball. What the heck are you just shaking your head for? I haven't even gotten to
You cannot compare the speed of a pickup truck to an airplane.
Oh, motherfucker. Of course you can do that. Hold on. Let me see. I had something for this. Oh, I know. I already showed the guy in the trampoline being pulled by a
On a car or whatever. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Bike on top of a train.
Did you ever see the one where it's two guys bouncing and they're throwing a ball back and forth as they're bouncing?
No, I haven't seen that one. But this is another great example of how these things work. So it's only that you can see that the guy, with respect to the stop sign, is always around the same general area because he is going forward at the same speed that the train is going forward the other way. So you just stay in place. You can sometimes see when there's a very windy day, if you live on the coast, seagulls will just extend their wings and just float.
It looks like they're floating. Yeah, I've seen that.
Floating there without even flapping their wings. They're just like there, stationary relative to you.
I've seen that when they're trying to get food off of people. Like they'll just be like floating next to their shoulder, and you're like, "What the hell?"
And then they close their wings and go like, But yeah, I mean, this is the fact that they're just baffled by simple movement is just amazing. I've been forgetting the ticker, so we'll just ding them a whole bunch and move on.
You're trying to preempt my point. I haven't even made my point yet. Listen, try listening.
Walk into the trap. It's okay.
Hold on, I got you.
Okay, so I'm going to clarify because you're using wizardry.
Thank you, with it.
Just try listening. Use your ears that God gave you. Okay, so
2 ears, 1 mouth,
millisecond after the ping pong ball leaves your hand, it's a millimeter above your hand. How fast do you think the ping pong ball is moving relative to the asphalt under the pickup truck?
You say if you throw the ping pong up?
Yes, when it's a millimeter off your hand, a millisecond after you throw it.
Yeah, but he already forgot the setup that you're going in a car and you have a ball in your hand and you throw it up. He coped so hard by knowing like that he forgot the premise already. Holy shit.
Sir, you can't compare a millimeter off of a ball out of your hand to
Can't even keep up with the analogy. Oh my.
Plane at hundreds and thousands of feet.
Okay, so
out,
you don't
bro.
know the answer
You
then?
got crazy comparisons, bro. Bro.
Bro. Oh my. Ah, Tacori literally losing the debate, bro.
I haven't made
Bro,
the
you
point
got
yet.
crazy comparisons. You
I
can't,
haven't
bro, you
made
can't
the
compare
point
a
yet.
ball
I
being
asked
an
a
inch
simple
out your
question.
hands
I
to
asked
a
a
darn
simple
plane that's
question.
like
I
thousands of
asked a
feet out the
simple question that you can't answer. I
Matthew,
haven't made
hey,
the
you
point
can get
yet.
him. Hey, Matthew, you can go and get
Yeah.
him. I'm done.
Apparently you don't know the
Wait. Do I have a white? Wave the white flag. Yes, wave it. Wave it. The white flag of defeat. Thank you, Tacori. That was awesome.
Just tell us what happens. You don't have to.
The ping
play
pong
these
ball will
games of-
still be moving roughly 30 miles per hour relative to the asphalt. It won't have had time to change its velocity.
And so what you're saying is even a ping pong ball moving at 30 miles an hour, the earth still does not move beneath it.
Oh my.
That's gonna make
Oh
it into
my
the pamphlet
fucking
number 3.
God. Flying a drone inside a car. Oh my God. Boom, 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 boom. How are they baffled by like the simplest of stuff? What speed is that drone going, dumbass? Matthew? Like, are you kidding? How is it that the drone is stationary relative to the car? Oh my.
I'm curious, like that for the example that drone video, if you had one of those things that police often have, like the radar speed gun, if you had one inside that car and you hit a drone with it, would it actually show like going whatever mile per hour?
Yeah, it would match
Oh.
the speed of the car.
That would be awesome to see.
Yes. There's so many more, and it's been even done in like an accelerating car and so on. People understand how the mechanics of this works. This is just like,
Oh yeah, that's what Holy just brought up a good point. Not if the gun is in the car. So if the gun's in the car, then
No.
it wouldn't register. You'd
Like
have to shoot it as they drove by.
if the cop is outside, then yeah, you maybe would have, if you but I don't know if this would work with like the air current of having the windows open. Oh,
Right.
this is AI generated. Fuck me, sorry.
Yeah, I saw the crash. I was like, that looks AI generated.
Yeah, I saw that later. No, I understand that if the radar gun is inside the car, they would be stationary. I get that. But I was thinking, if you have the windows open and you manage to make the drone there and hit the drone with the radar gun, then you would get the same speed as the car. That might be hard to actually like do in practice,
Mm-hmm.
but that's kind of what would happen. Because, for
Just get
example,
get like a convertible and just have the drone close to the windshield.
But that's what I was thinking, that if you have like either a convertible or the windows open, how the air currents of, depending the speed that you're going, how that would affect the drone, then you might have some issues there.
You probably even have to put like something on the side of the drone for the like bigger for the radar to hit.
The cat is back.
Yay! Cat's back.
Ready?
Is he?
Ready? Dale. Where the fuck were you? Where were you? It's cold. I'll be back 1 second.
All right. The cat is back. Hide your yarn, Matthew Hakeem.
you.
Is he all wet?
Dude, he is. Yeah, he's back, and he's all wet and grimy and dirty. Holy shit, dude. Yes, the
At
cat
least he's
is
back.
cold. The cat is cold and wet. Yes, that is like one of my English classes when I was a kid.
No point.
One of the
everything
sentences.
you said, at no point does you indicate that the Earth was moving at any time. You indicated that only
the truck is
car
moving.
and in your example, you only indicated that the truck and the ping pong ball.
I'll mute myself for a second because I need to turn on the heater. Like, he is fucking cold. One moment.
All right.
All were moving.
The analogy here is the truck is the Earth and the ping pong ball is the airplane.
Yes.
The truck is moving.
And
the
give
ping
credit
pong
to
ball moves
Tacori,
with the truck.
he said your examples were highly inaccurate. To put in my words, highly inaccurate.
Obviously, it shares certain traits with the real scenario we're talking about, and it also does not share certain traits with the scenario we're talking about. I'm not saying it shares every trait, that it's an identical scenario. That's not what I'm saying.
If the truck is the Earth, then you think the ground is like the solar system.
Yes,
Sure,
roughly.
So you think the solar system isn't moving?
I said roughly. It's
but
an approximate.
the ground is moving because the Earth is rotating. So the solar system, so the solar system would be like the center of the galaxy. Then I guess.
Hey,
we could wind the analogy all the way back.
Oh my God. Tay says, sounds like cat needs to be cleaned with a towel. Are you absolutely fucking insane? Do you think that I would risk my physical integrity to do that? Are you crazy? Have you seen this cat? Do you have any idea what he could do to me if I got him fucking wet?
You know what I think's funny too is you said he's fixed, and that supposedly calms cats down. So could you imagine how much he'd be getting attacked if he wasn't fixed?
Yeah, I can. I actually can't imagine that because he's a fucking terrorist.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why that's a crazy analogy. Because like I was saying at first, that's why I knew y'all was going, because I know these talking points. If you like a pickup truck,
it's not a talking point, it's a concept, and you don't know the concept.
Okay, it's a concept. Okay,
I teach this to 18-year-olds.
Let me finish.
By the way,
I know. I hope y'all ain't knocked y'all out already. Where y'all kind of keep talking over me because y'all too scared to let me speak.
As they're letting him speak.
Oh my God, wait, hold on. That gets you a bunch of things and...
Ultra Combo!
The ultra combo of stupidity, holy shit.
So here's the thing.
That's not what's going on.
I compare a 30-mile-an-hour moving truck to a plane that's moving at, I don't know, like 757 miles an hour because...
Planes fly between like 500 and 600 miles per hour, dummy.
They don't seem to understand that anytime you propose some kind of experiment or concept of something on the Earth, that the Earth's movement is already like pre-calculated, pre-involved to anything that's done. They think that because you don't mention it, that it doesn't exist in the experiment. So you have to mention it, the Earth movement, in order to be part of the experiment.
Well, yeah, because if you are inside of something that's moving, like this, for example. You see the coin perfectly, but like, oh, and it's even worse than that because hold up. Sorry, dead air. And now we look up, and
Yeah, it shows the speed.
348 kilometers per hour, and the coin is just like chilling Like nothing's happening.
See, but that doesn't include the spin of the Earth. I could see like Hakeem or Tacori being like a police officer as a flat earther, pulling people over for going the speed limit, and they're like, "Oh no, I clocked you going in at 1,047 miles per hour," according to the Earth spin as well. So we got to calculate that in. So I'm going to give you a ticket.
And this, look at this one with like balancing coins and bottles of water in the same kind of like bullet train.
Mm-hmm.
The water is just chilling there.
Yeah, those trains are fast. They're almost like, they're not quite as fast, but they're almost like an airplane.
Yeah.
Because the wind strength is completely different on the pickup.
Yes, he was already fixed when I got him.
Yeah, they usually do it early after a couple months.
Yeah, in his case, they did it too early because one of the signs that they did that is, I don't know if you know this, but male cats have spikes in their penis because when they, and that's why the females yell. It's because they get the...
They like hook them?
Well...
Or barb them, or...
They make them bleed because
oh, wow.
cat sperm can only survive in blood.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when tigers have sex, the females yell because they're getting their vajayjay ripped, basically.
Great creation.
Yeah.
If I'm in a darn pickup truck, I don't
you know, it kind of looks like the barbs that cats have on their tongue, except that it's in their penis.
Moving at 30 miles an hour, I don't need to strap down in something to keep from falling. Or getting yanked off the pickup truck. But I need a seatbelt, and I need that door closed and everything on that airplane closed if I need to stay within that airplane.
Pilots fly in airplanes that have open cockpits.
So that's
a thing.
Oh my God, yes.
Did he say pickup truck or pickle truck?
No, pickup truck. But he's trying to say that you can't fly. The first planes, like if you go back to World War I and some of the planes from World War II, they had open cockpits.
Yeah, they were like convertibles, kind of.
Yeah. Holy shit, these people are so dumb.
Analogy, bro. You gotta
also,
use another one.
Hold on. What happens if you stick your hand outside of a moving vehicle that's going 90 miles an hour?
Say what?
You stick your hand outside of a window in like a car that's driving 90 miles an hour. What do you feel on your hand?
You feel wind.
Yeah. So if you just like chucked I don't know, some feathers out a window in a car that's going 90 miles an hour, they'll go back, right? Because of air resistance, right?
Oh, now you get it now.
Right,
now
but inside the car, if you throw the feathers, do they go back to do they go to the back of the car?
They just go back. I don't know where
they just go down. They just go up and down.
The air is blocked by the windshield. Probably that's why they call it that. That's probably why they call it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did he say that's probably why they call it a windshield, to shield you from the wind?
No, I don't think he said probably. He just said that's why they call it that. But oh my, Peter, the cat came back, just in case you were worried. He's all dirty and grimy and wet, but I turned on the heater and shut the door so he doesn't escape again. Tay says, I feel like their stupidity should give more to the counter, but I guess we should be fair and not count it against them. Well, I mean, if you want more counter, just say so.
Great.
You should.
Great, you're getting it. So,
yes.
I was gonna say I don't know what kind of doorknobs you have. Are they just the normal like circle turn ones, or are they like a lever?
No, the ones that are straight and level, horizontal, flat.
If you had the circle kind, I was gonna say you can get like the child-proof things that go around it, where you have to squeeze it to turn it. Then the cat wouldn't be able to get out. But I'm guessing he just pulls down on him, and then the door pops open.
Yes. Absolutely. Is that Reds on the panel? No, this is Steel City.
Oh, so no, this is.
And I don't know if you are on the Discord, Peter, but if you are on our Discord, Steel City did replicated Matthew's measurements with a very curious object. There you go.
We'll call it fancy yarn.
Yes.
Car, there is something keeping the air moving with the car. It's the glass around the car, right? And the body of the car. On the Earth, there is something keeping the atmosphere moving with the Earth. I think it's called gravity and friction. It's the same situation.
It's a false theory. It's a debunked theory.
You have
It's
debunked
theory.
gravity.
Oh.
Matthew Hakim is telling a mathematical physicist that deals with advanced stuff that gravity has been debunked. The nerve of this guy. Holy shit.
Do you want to talk about gravity?
So we just answered Tacori's question.
I do want to
We
give
just
a
answered
chance to
Tacori's
respond.
question.
Gravity's
So,
dead. So
I
you're
do want to give
really quick.
gentlemen,
Oh,
I
sorry.
need you to hold on, bear with me here. I want to give one chance. So Matthew, we'll kick it over to you. And then it sounds like Peter, you want to say something, and then we'll go to Tacori and then Dr. Blitz, since Dr. Blitz made the last point.
Okay.
It's okay. No need to apologize. And Astrodog says, it took me a while to tell Jack and Icy Spin apart. Like, what? Well, maybe it's because my voice radar is on point. For example, when I watch animated movies, I can usually identify who the voice actor is.
Same.
So for your theory to be, it's like what you're saying to be true is you're necessitating a theory for what you're saying to be true. There needs to be this thing for what you're saying to be true, and that thing is gravity, right? Your theory depends on a theory.
That's not correct.
That's a
That's
lovely
literally what he said.
tautology.
No,
Gravity
Tacori.
is his
No,
answer.
you
so
and
why
Tacori
it goes like
presented
that?
an example for something that was supposed to completely debunk the globe.
Incorrect. We're talking about a
Tacori-
truck and a ping pong ball.
No, going back to the airplane flight from Russia to Africa. Tacori asked the question, how could this be? We answered his question. We explained how it could be on a
It was
globe.
an insufficient answer, though. It did not answer his
Just
question
because you
about how-
reject the answer doesn't mean it's an
These two dummies, they have one brain cell and they're passing it around every time they speak. And they
I
can't
think
keep up with.
I think the yarn has it right now.
Yes. Tay says, this debate shows why Hakim is the only 14th time winner of dumbest comment of the debate. Well, I mean, with today, he's won 15 times. 14 as an audience member and once as a debater, which is an absolute record that will never be broken.
Insufficient
Listen,
answer.
One sec.
Listen,
Yeah,
Peter.
your answer was a theory. Your answer was a
Your
theory.
answer was a
It sounds
messed
like
up
Peter made-
analogy, bro.
Hold on one second. Okay. Well, all right. It sounds like Peter, you made your
They're so fixed in getting it there. Let me see. What can we tell them? Oakley can tell them this.
Big bitches!
Why does it cut off? Motherfucker.
Big bitches!
There you go. Thank you.
got your point, and then we'll give a chance to Corey, and then we'll go back to Dr. Blitz.
Yeah, because I'm not asking them that question again because they pretty much don't understand how to actually do comparisons and actually duplicate things. Duplicate.
Tacori, you're the only one that can't keep with that analogy. Holy shit. The analogy is perfect. All you're doing is just coping.
Meaning the same. That analogy that you use is not even the same. So here's the thing. You say gravity exists, right?
Yeah.
That's what you say. And yes, I am changing the topic because failed horribly on this specific topic of the motion of the earth. So
you ran away from sunsets and perspective.
So you saying gravity exists, right? Yeah, you saying gravity exists, right? Okay, so if gravity exists, y'all say gravity needs more.
Peter says they don't understand how to duplicate things. Yes, I do. You press Control D. I don't know if you've seen that. I have a sweater that says Control C, Control V generation. Love that sweater.
Yeah, that's what I use. Control V,
Mass,
Control
right?
C.
Needs more mass to act on objects.
It doesn't. I don't know what you mean by needs more mass. Gravity acts on things with mass.
Greater
Yes.
masses. It acts
Yes.
strong on greater. Okay, all right. Okay, so it acts strong on greater masses. So,
in case you're wondering, the echo is coming from the debate itself. So
I did my research and I found
Nothing
out
we
that
can
according to
do.
NASA, the reason that y'all Earth is a sphere is because gravity is pulling equal on all sides, right? It's pulling equal on all sides.
If I had to guess, I'd
But
say
hold
it's
on,
from
wait a
Hakeem
minute,
because
but
he's
yeah-
on his phone, but he has earbuds in. So I
no,
don't
he
know.
has headphones. I think it's Tacori.
Y'all
Nearly
said it's
equal.
an oblate spheroid which has unequal amount of curvature.
Yeah. So the gravity.
Very
So
marginally.
how's it
So
pulling on all sides equally?
I can explain if you want.
I mean, this was precisely what Critical Think went to do to Antarctica, and he verified that the test mass weighs differently in different parts of the world with the same scale.
Roughly, gravity. So gravity is a central force, what you might call a centripetal force. So it pulls two things towards each other. And so if the Earth was perfectly stationary, which it's not, there would be no other effects to take into account besides gravitational effects. And you'd end up with something that's very nearly perfectly spherical. You know, you might have like volcanoes and stuff that move mass around, but setting that aside, it would be perfectly spherical. However, the Earth is spinning. And so there's more than one effect at play here. There's also centripetal acceleration, which, you know, in fact, actually was first described by Newton in 1676.
You mean
Peter says, I can explain it if you want. And the narrator says, except he didn't want.
Is it okay that I picture James Earl Jones as the narrator for that sentence?
Yes. I can't do that voice, though.
centrifugal?
No, I meant centripetal.
Oh,
Different.
sorry.
Different things. Common. So there's centrifugal force, but that's not what I'm referring to here. Essentially, the motion of the Earth, the pieces on the surface of the Earth near the equator, those are in some sense moving fastest, and so they want to keep moving in the same direction that they're moving in, and so this causes a bulging effect, which in some sense in the Earth's rest frame would manifest as a centrifugal force. And so you'd have an outward pushing force and an inward pulling gravity. The outward pushing force is strongest at the equator, and so you end up with a slight bulge at the equator.
And you see why we say gravity doesn't exist due to the fact that it violates the laws of logic? Because
It violates the laws of logic, motherfucker.
That sounds like a definition for flurp intelligence.
It doesn't.
you just
Wait a minute. Are you doing this again?
you just gave
Okay.
gravity another identity, which is centrifugal force.
No,
You
it's
just
not.
gave
It's not. I
gravity
didn't say
in-
it's
No,
centrifugal.
listen. Centrifugal
I didn't say
force
it's centrifugal
is a force
force.
that keep objects moving in a circular path. Gravity
No,
don't keep
that's a
objects moving in a
that's a
circular.
He's all over the place.
Oh, but he can't keep up with like the explanation. He's trying to explain to you stuff, and he's just in the denial zone.
Centripetal force.
It's supposed to, that you said, centripetal force. You said
Centripetal forces is a centripetal force is any force that keeps something moving in a circular path. Yes.
Yes, and which you said that was pretty much what gravity was.
Gravity is a type of centripetal force. Yes.
And that's what we're talking about. One of the laws of logic is that it has to have an identity.
It does.
That's one of
Gravity
the
has its
laws
own
of
identity. It is a
logic.
type of
And
centripetal
gravity
force.
doesn't have an identity.
So
So what Blitz is doing here, it's a categorization, right? And you can belong to more than one category at the same time, Tacori. For example, wolves are carnivores of the canid family, and so are dogs. And none of that breaks the law of identity. I can't anymore. Holy shit, dude.
Because
the electrostatic
you just said
force.
Centripetal force, which
No,
is the
centripetal force.
a force that keeps it moving in a circular path or keep it.
He's thinking of like a dryer machine or something like that. That's what he's thinking.
Spinning and making everything go to the outside.
Yes.
Orbiting.
It's a
That's
type of
not what
centripetal force.
gravity is
Yes.
supposed to be. It's supposed to
It is a
attract
type of
masses
centripetal
to
force.
other masses.
You understand that we
Which
can
is
classify
another
forces in
part
different
of
ways, right?
magnetism also.
People can't hear if you guys are speaking at the exact same time.
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Corey,
Yeah,
if
he's
I'll
talking
give
over
you
me.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
Well,
You
I mean,
try to talk over James.
Yes. And also, Tacori, you're just repeating yourself over and over and over. So, like the third time that you say the same thing, everyone is justified in interrupting you. Let's see what we have here. 1 second. And I don't know if you caught this on the new CMS video. He included Demok saying
Boom, 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 boom. Same way, buddy.
Same way, buddy.
Nice.
All right, 1 second. Can I play this? I don't know. Give me 1 moment. I'm evaluating.
Did Peter Markley, did he send a link for the smoothest object in the world? Is that what that link's for?
No, for the thing that he referenced today with the rabbits game.
I just figure Hakeem's brain's probably the smoothest thing in the world.
Yes. Okay.
Tacori, to finish your thought, and then we'll go over to Dr. Blitz.
Okay, so he said that it's centripetal force. That's what he said. Centripetal force is not gravity, but yet you gave gravity some other identity of a phenomenon. That's number one. And even if you want to talk about centrifugal force is not gravity neither. Why are you?
No one said that.
Keep like giving these different identities to gravity. If gravity was supposed to be a real force, it's supposed to have its own identity, supposed to have its own function. Every force has its own function. Electromagnetism has its own function. The strong and the weak forces, they have their own forces, but gravity is the only force that can manipulate and assume the identity of other forces and phenomena. Gravity is centrifugal force. Gravity is magnetism. Gravity is
The plural of phenomenon is phenomena. All plurals in Latin end in a, like curriculum, curricula, datum, data, phenomenon, phenomena, etc., etc.
Causes things to orbit. Gravity do all of these things and stuff like that. Like, bro, come on now.
I think
I do have a random thought. Like since he thinks that he's saying gravity and centrifugal force are the same thing, and he's misunderstanding what Dr. Blitz is saying. I wonder how strong the force would be if, say, there was no gravity at all. Would it like just fling everything off then, even though it's going like one rotation a day?
Repeat that. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Just basically, what would happen if there was no gravity, but the Earth still spun once a day? Would it fling stuff off, or is that still not enough force?
Well, if there was no gravity, well, is the Earth flat or a globe?
It's still a globe, but let's just say we could shut the gravity off somehow.
And you spin, you would it would be like like getting a weight and spinning it and then cutting the string. It would just fly off. Yeah.
violates and is a contradicting law, because y'all say that gravity it works. I mean, it works more on objects with greater mass. Well, here's the thing: gravity is supposed to be the reason why all the surface of the water is curved into a ball on y'all model. So if gravity can curve all that ball, I'm almost finished. It could curve all of that water into a ball, that much mass. Then it should be, and it could curve a drop of water into a ball. Why can't it curve my cup of water into a ball? Because my cup of water has more mass than a drop of water.
Okay, let's
If
let him
gravity
answer
needs
that
more
question
mass
about
to
why
act on
can't it
objects.
curve your cup of water into a ball.
Blitz, I got something that might help if I can interject.
Oh, he's asking why on the Earth a cup of water wouldn't curve into a ball. Like, holy shit, dude. It does happen in space, though. But my voice is starting to go. So I don't think I can deal with this anymore. All right. Peter said this: without gravity, the centrifugal force of 24-hour rotation, things would take 10 seconds to move 5 feet. Okay. All right. Boom. There we go. Final thoughts, Steel City.
My final thoughts are that since possibly MacGyver, I've never seen anyone use yarn in such an efficient way.
Oh yeah.
And I think I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some because it is a very versatile tool.
I mean, better than the one you used, for that's for sure. Yeah, Matthew has no fucking clue. So, yes, with that, make sure to do the social thing is like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, use the corner of your street, and you'll subscribe to Yerba Mate Talks. And that way we can show them up for the channel. Also, if someone could drop Peter Markley's YouTube over there, give him a sub. And we'll see you when we see you. Tomorrow is Tuesday night, so we probably won't be around. We'll be hanging out. We have CK. I'm here to like. Thank you so much, bro. And oh, that was something.
I put
But
Peter's
we'll catch
channel
you on
on
the
the
next
chat
one.
there.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.